according to a senior Israeli official. A joint U.S. and Israeli strike overnight took out the man who was considered effectively the number 2 within the IRGC. He's one of the few senior commanders, I'm told, who managed to survive multiple waves of Israeli and American targeting over the past year.
Congress is still in recess, so Homeland Security remains mostly unfunded after the House refused to pass the Senate version before lawmakers went on break. That version would have funded everything but immigration enforcement operations that Democrats demand reforms to.
Some Republicans are pushing for a reconciliation bill, which includes funding for ICE and Border Patrol. President Trump has set a deadline of June 1st for Congress to send him that bill.
Fox's Alex Hogan. That reconciliation process in the Senate would not allow Democrats to filibuster and block that funding. Today, 4 astronauts will see something no one has until this Artemis II moon mission.
They'll see the moon's far side for about 5 hours, and the spacecraft is expected to lose communication with Earth for about 40 minutes. The crew is scheduled to arrive back on Earth on Friday. They'll splash down off the coast of San Diego. Their journey is a test flight for future missions to the moon.
That's Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 70. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 6:08. It's 37 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Galena, 43 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. A Vernon County man accused of stealing merchandise worth over $1,700 at a Nevada jewelry business on March the 11th.
The probable cause statement in the case says Destry Malloy of Nevada was caught on video breaking into an oscillating jewelry case. Deputies had to interview Malloy at the Crawford County, Kansas jail. He's being held there for similar crimes. He admitted to the thefts but said he did it because he needed to provide for his family because he's unemployed. The deputies said it's more likely the result of drugs. He's charged in Vernon County with stealing more than $750 in second-degree property damage. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
A proposal at the Missouri Capitol could tighten eligibility rules for food stamps and state-funded health care. Matt Pilger with more.
A bill sponsored by Republican Senator Rick Bratton of Harrisonville would require proof of U.S. citizenship to receive SNAP benefits and Mo Health Net. The proposal is currently being reviewed by a Missouri Senate committee, and if approved, it would move to the full Senate for debate. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
Missouri lawmakers have filed a series of bills that they say are aimed at restructuring the state's electric utility system and giving consumers more choices for their energy. One of the House sponsors, St. Charles County Representative Tricia Burns, who says her constituents are fed up with high bills and having no options.
So in the marketplace, when there's competition, you have to fight for that customer to remain your customer. And right now, that's not happening.
If approved, the bills would require Missouri utilities to sell their power plants, opening the door for private companies to buy them or build new power sources. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 43 at 604 News Talk, KZRG.
The 66 Drive-In Theater and the Missouri Route 66 Centennial Commission announcing the dedication ceremony for the Jasper County Route 66 Centennial Interactive Sign. The event will be held at 10 in the morning this Friday, April 10th, at the 66 Drive-In Theater on Old 66 Boulevard, which is just west of Carthage. The Missouri Route 66 Centennial Commission established a grant program to create 11 12-foot 3D interactive signs along, you guessed it, Missouri Route 66. All the details inside the News Talk KZRG app.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe watching the DOJ's interest in the state's lawsuit against the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Federal prosecutors have intervened in the case and are asking a court to stop Missouri's high school activities governing body from excluding board candidates based on race or sex. Governor Kehoe sounded cautiously optimistic about the latest development in an exclusive interview with MissouriNet.
Certainly, we don't want discriminatory practices in a taxpayer-funded agency.
MISHA's rules favor candidates of an underrepresented gender or ethnicity. Marshall Griffin, MissouriNet.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NCAA men's hoops, number 2 UConn beat number 3 Illinois 71-62.
And number 1 Michigan beat number 1 Arizona 91-73 over the weekend to set the NCAA men's finals. In MLB action, the Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3 on Sunday to avoid the sweep. St. Louis is back in action this evening on the road against Washington at 5:45 in the first of 3. You can hear that game on our sister station AM 1230 The Talker. The Royals lost to the Brewers 8-5 in the rubber match. KC's back in action tonight at 5:10 at Cleveland to open a 3-game set. In D2 baseball on Saturday, MSSU beat Central Oklahoma 7-2 in the rubber match. In prep baseball over the weekend, Webb City earned a split with a win over Liberty. Joplin also had a split with a win over Park Hill. Carthage also split a pair of games with a win over Rockhurst. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 6:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We are soaking up the sunshine through midweek. Sunny and mild. 70 today, 72 tomorrow, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Indigo Sky Casino, your casino for winning excitement, entertainment, and delicious chef-created entrees. Party, play, wine, and dine at Indigo Sky Casino. See IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 37 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Galena, 43 in Joplin. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time now, 6:08.
Need a medical provider today? Act now. Access Family Care in Joplin offers same-day medical appointments. Go right now to accessfamilycare.org and request your same-day visit. Don't wait. Get care today at accessfamilycare.org.
At Access Family Care, you're never alone out there.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is a test. This station is conducting a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. This has been a weekly test of the emergency alert system. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by an official warning or alert information. This station serves the tri-state area. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they've got what you need there. They'll make you feel welcome and help you get the job done.
Is that the smell of victory? At Hinkle's Ace Hardware, we know that every great backyard hero needs the right tools. That's why we've stocked up on the biggest names in the game, from the iconic sear of a Weber to the ceramic versatility of the Big Green Egg. Looking for that wood-fired flavor? Check out our selection of Traeger and our newest line, RecTech pellet grills. And don't forget the secret ingredient. We have a massive wall of unique spices, sauces, and rubs from brands like Bear & Burton and Meat Church that you won't find anywhere else. And here's the best part. We offer free delivery and free assembly on all grills grills, $3.99 and up. Shop with the experts in-store at Hinkle's Ace Hardware or browse the full lineup online at acehardware.com. At Hinkle's, we build it, we bring it, you just grill it.
Neighbors helping neighbors. Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z. With the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:11 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bohorquez.
And Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, 43 in Joplin, 37 in Pittsburgh, 39 in Miami, 36 in Neosho.
Well, today it's going to be a nice day. Lots of sunshine. We're expecting a high of 70. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, 72, 74, with mostly sunny on Wednesday. We have a chance of showers starting up on Thursday night. So keep that in mind as you get ready to go towards the weekend. In fact, rain is pretty much in the forecast for the whole weekend. Yay.
All right. So houseplants go out, lawn chairs go in is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, unless you want to put a raincoat on while you're sitting in your lawn chair.
Which you could do. And for those that have low-level backyards, you could put a raincoat on while sitting in your lawn chair and cast a line out into your own backyard.
That's true. Or maybe soak your feet and just hope a bolt of lightning doesn't hit nearby and in the water.
Fingers crossed. Well, on Friday, this was pretty big news. It happened in the afternoon. U.S. airmen were shot down over Iran. They were in an F-15E fighter jet, which, by the way, is a $100 million vessel.
Is that all?
That's it. So that one airplane or flying vessel, whatever terminology you want to throw at it, that one airplane could have funded the entire state of Missouri's budget twice over.
Well.
Or excuse me. It would have been 1/10 of it, excuse me.
Yeah,
because the budget is $1 billion or $50 billion. Yeah. But in any case, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but what about like the A-10 Warthog that was also shot down on Friday? How much was that worth, I wonder? We'll have to
do a little Google. I didn't actually look that one up. That's a good call, Steve. Now, this $100 million ship, obviously, was shot down. Now, thank God the airmen that were inside the vessel did, in fact, survive, but were left to their own devices deep in enemy territory. Now, one was saved pretty quickly after, but when they ejected, they God knows where they went. They just went flying off in random directions, which left the second airman functionally stranded behind enemy lines.
That's true. It's $18.8 million per aircraft because they haven't been built in like 50 years.
Oh, no.
Now, they were originally produced between 1972 and 1984 for about $9.8 million each, but now they're saying it's $18.8 million.
They gained value?
Yeah, they went up. They're not like a used car.
Oh, it's the inverse of a used car.
It's the inverse.
Of course, yeah. Which makes the World War I prop planes worth $17 billion for sure.
Well, their prices have to be propped up.
That's what they say. But in any case, this second airman that survived, he was deep behind enemy lines for more than 24 hours. Now, this individual was being actively hunted, pursued by the Iranian military and by civilians that were really pro-Iran that wanted to basically get this dude. It was functionally a lynching mob.
Put a bounty on his head.
Yeah. Now, he had to survive in the wilderness, in mountainous terrain, try and traverse it to escape. I mean, I'm sorry, the second I saw this, I went, oop, Hollywood. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh, yeah.
There's a $30 million movie to be made right there, one that's going to gross probably $80 to $100 million. So they'll make up the cost of that jet that went down.
Oh, I'm sure they will, but I'm sure the money won't go to the government for that, just the taxes on it.
Mm-hmm. Now, apparently, this is the other crazy news here. Apparently, the CIA played a role in a deception campaign to help rescue this downed airman.
Oh, would they do that?
Of course they would.
Oh,
it's the CIA.
I find that hard to believe.
That's all they do, the CIA. Now, basically what they did is they tried to deceive Iranians into believing that the United States was gearing up for a maritime rescue, when in reality the airman was exfilled in the mountains. And so the idea was the CIA, they were actively, first off, they had to find our airmen. This guy shot out of the jet and went God knows where, and the CIA had to track him down. That was the first step.
But the way they were tracking him, he had a beeper on his flight suit that was beeping, telling them where the location was, where he was at.
Right, but they still need all of the, what do you call it, the satellite apparatus in order to locate the dude. They still had to triangulate him. Then they were tracking down Iranian forces to make sure that he wasn't in danger, and if he was, they needed to be Johnny in the spot to get him. And then on top of that, apparently they were running this deception campaign to try and trick the Iranians into thinking that homie was running towards the shores when in reality he was running towards the mountains.
And you know what? The Iranians fell for it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
This time. Now that we've announced it, if it happens again, maybe not.
Well, now you do the opposite. We prepare for a maritime rescue, and they go, oh, we've seen this playbook before. Quick, head to the mountains, and then we're just going to actually save them from the sea. So, the inverse. But in any case, that's what's going on. They ended up finding the homie. They ended up bringing him home. And, of course, in classic Trump fashion, he said it was the most daring operation in the history of all operations. No operation in the entire history of operations has ever been so daring or handsome or well-named or well done. It was the perfect, most historic operation in the history of operations in the United States.
They should call it Epic Fury Rescue.
Yeah.
The Epic Rescue Fury.
Mm-hmm. And then turn that into a movie.
Yeah.
And the movie will end with...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
That's right. We brought our boys home. Now, I will say this, too. This story, honest to God, that's America right there.
Oh, yeah.
This is America. Seriously. We have two heroes behind enemy lines, and we will go above and beyond to bring them home every single time. That's America. That's something to be proud of. All these other countries, all of our adversaries, if that would happen to their troops, they go, sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
dang
true.
it.
That's true.
Not the United States. I honestly am not even that upset at the amount of taxpayer money that went into this, which, by the way, was a lot, because that is how you instill confidence in this country. That's how you keep American pride. It doesn't matter what creed, religion, race, ethnicity that you hail from. If you signed up for the armed services and you go overseas to try and protect America in whatever way Uncle Sam deems is necessary at that time, if you get shot down, if your back is against the wall, if you're in trouble, the U.S. of A., we're coming to help you. We don't forget about our men and women.
That's very true.
This made me incredibly proud to be an American, this story, honestly.
Now, would you do that for me if I needed you?
No, of course I wouldn't do that.
I didn't think so.
For Uncle Sam?
Different story.
Different story, because I hear their pensions are pretty darn
we both
sweet.
have the same uncle, Uncle Sam.
No, mine is Uncle Samuel.
Oh, okay.
Yours is just Uncle Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, mine has a bit of a accentio to it. But in any case, that's what happened over the weekend. Pretty daring story. Again, Hollywood is going to be knocking on those heroes' doors any day now to turn it into a biopic, which I imagine will be pumped out in about 6 months. Shifting gears here, there is an old, perhaps recognizable, but ever-prevalent scam that is now lurking in the 4 states area.
Again?
Mm-hmm. They always are, and unfortunately, it's gotten so bad that now the Vernon County Sheriff's Office is raising the alarms. Apparently, multiple people in the area are getting getting text messages about traffic citations allegedly from the Vernon County Sheriff's Department or other first responder agencies, like MoDOT, like things like that. Now, in a Facebook post, the Vernon County Sheriff's Office said, quote, "These texts are spam and are not from any law enforcement. No law enforcement agency will contact you via text for payment of traffic fines," end quote. Yeah, let me tell you something. The local police departments and sheriff's offices are not your ex. They're not hitting you with the "you up" text. They're not hitting you with the Venmo request for $55. That's not what's happening. If you owe the government money, they will be knocking on your door. That is a guarantee from Uncle Samuel. But until that happens, it's a scam. So if you get a text, "Hey, sup, Shoddy? You got that $180 you owe me? You want to send it my way in Walmart gift cards? How about a little Bitcoin, huh?"
Yeah. How about it?
How about you send me some CSGO skins? We'll call it even. No, the government's not doing that.
I even had one just Friday from somebody trying to get me to hit a button to a message. It was from a phone number I did not recognize, and they were saying that we were wanting to confirm that you have purchased a iPad for $1,849.75. Please press 1 if you did.
Well, did you?
No.
Did you purchase the iPad, I mean?
It went to voicemail, and I didn't purchase the iPad, and I didn't answer the phone. And I couldn't have hit 1 anyway because it went to voicemail.
See, that's the art of deception right there. Steve absolutely made that purchase, but he doesn't want to broadcast it because robbers are going to know which house has the good stuff.
I don't get iPads. Android pads, maybe, not iPads.
So in any case, when you see these scams, it's a scam. That's what it is. The police, they're not texting you. Pinky promise. I pinky promise. If they ask for gift cards, it's a scam. Full stop. Best thing you can do not even respond, because even responding could give certain information to them that they could use against you. So don't do that. But what you should do is contact the law enforcement agency that these text scams purport to represent and let that law enforcement agency know, hey, I know this is a scam. Or you could ask them, hey, I got this text. Is this a scam? They'll confirm. No, you don't have a warrant out for your arrest. No, you don't have a traffic fine, whatever. That's number one. Number two.
No, you did not miss jury duty.
Right. Number two, let them know so that way they can let others know like we're doing this morning. KZRG News Time, 622.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
The U.S. under Trump's directive hit one of Iran's biggest bridges, which is a critical transportation route in the country. Following the attack, Trump took to Truth Social to say much more to follow.
Number 1.
Speaking of the war in Iran, on Friday, a U.S. fighter jet shot down in Iran, leaving 2 pilots stranded behind enemy lines. 1 pilot survived in Iran for more than 24 hours while being hunted across mountainous terrain by Iranian forces. But in the end, he was rescued in a daring mountaintop rescue. Wow.
Number 1.
A 16-year-old kid from Neosho was killed and another injured in a car crash about 7 miles east of Neosho. The teen's car veered off the right side of the road, overcorrected, fired off the right side of the road, and then struck a tree. Thoughts and prayers going to the victim's family.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk, KZRG.
What do you think? What issue do you feel politicians are not giving enough attention to? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What issue do you feel politicians simply are not giving enough attention to? Coming up, what's going on with your money on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine, comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday.
Good morning, everyone. Have you heard the phrase exfil before? Are you familiar with the phrase exfil?
It's shorthand for something.
Yeah, well, Steve has never heard of it, which is truly jaw-dropping to me. I know that. Hey, Sarisa, what's going on? Austin, who's ready for $6 gas? Yeah, right. Girl, Chris, good morning. Ted, I just texted you what I had to eat with my $100 food credit was there. Oh, were you our winner, Chris? That's awesome, man. Congratulations. How was the trip? I hope it went well. Was it the baked potato? I'm very glad to hear that you had a good time, Chris. How was it? Let's see. Let me check here. What did you get? You had, oh boy, you had the smokehouse burger and fries. Okay. Okay. I see you, Chris. I see you.
If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gish, and I
live in man, yeah, I'm gonna get coffeeed up this morning. Let me tell you.
So my first impression of Amanda, she comes in with these bright clothes.
Lucas, are you familiar with the term exfil?
We started chit-chatting. He was like, "Can I have you next time?" And I said, "Sure."
Yeah.
They make me giggle.
Steve, I just asked Lucas. Lucas, are you familiar with the term exfil?
Yeah, it means let's get the hell out of here. I'd never heard of it before.
they cracked and half of them fell
Well,
out.
Steve, it's a gaming term, so.
It's
a
movie term. It's
military.
military.
It's
It's an X,
also
though. We made it clear
shorthand.
X, though.
It's shorthand for remove or escape from a place.
Often under pressure.
Yeah. I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
They say communication is key. I'm not sure exactly who they are, but here at Hickman Lawn and Landscape Services, we completely agree. For the past 5 years, we've been serving Joplin and the surrounding areas, taking care of your lawn and landscaping needs. We listen to your needs and wants to ensure we deliver high-end professional services, creating works of art out of your outdoor spaces. I'm Skylar Hickman. Visit hickmanlawns.com today to see why Hickman is the top choice for lawn and landscaping.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. The U.S.-Iran war, Strait of Hormuz closure, and rising oil prices are squeezing businesses and consumers across the economy. Surging diesel and jet fuel prices led Amazon and JetBlue to add surcharges last week. Experts call it a tax on the consumer. Taiwan's Foxconn, the world's largest contract electronics maker, reported a nearly 30% year-on-year rise in first quarter revenue on strong demand for artificial intelligence products, though it cautioned about volatile global politics. Revenue for NVIDIA's biggest server maker and Apple's top iPhone assembler jumped to more than $66 billion. Mortgage rates have climbed to their highest level since September as fallout from the Iran war ripples through financial markets. Freddie Mac reports the average interest rate for a 30-year mortgage jumped to 4.46%. Mortgage rates stood at roughly 6.64% a year ago. Futures are moderately higher as tensions in the Middle East escalate. On Thursday, the Dow Industrials lost 61. That's Your Money Now.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. Every weekday starting at 2, I am live on FM 102.9 and AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. Tune in. Stay up to date.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:30, it's Ted Pahorka.
It's Thick Skull Steve Scott. It's Lucas Davis.
It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. Sweater weather. It is present this morning, isn't it?
Oh, well, yeah. It's a little bit cool this morning, 43 right now. Going for a high of 70 with sunshine tomorrow, 72 and mostly sunny. 74 and mostly sunny on Wednesday, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, who we will be speaking with at 7:25 this morning.
Yeah, that's in about, here's some quick math, 55 minutes. How's that for some math for you?
It's actually about 54, but that's beside the point.
Goodness gracious. What is the mathematical equivalent of a grammar Nazi? Because that's what we have here in the studio. A mathematical Nazi?
I don't know.
It's not me, because I hate math.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to say I hate Nazis, but no, just math.
No, just math. And Nazis, but mostly math.
Mostly math. You know what? I can't argue with that. Hey, coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 6:40 in the A of the M this beautiful morn. If you are a local business owner that hosts large-scale events or has an attraction of sorts, there is money on the table waiting to be claimed by you. That's coming up next on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Iran deadline looming.
Gas tax holiday.
Trump presidential library plans.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 70. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That will be at 6:38. It's 36 at Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh. Sun is on the rise. It's 43 in Baxter Springs, 43 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG.
United States and Iran have received a new ceasefire plan that could end hostilities as soon as today and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Ashley Strohmeyer has more.
The two-step approach by Pakistan, Egypt, and Turkey calls for an immediate ceasefire followed by a comprehensive agreement. But sources say all elements must be agreed to by both sides. Pakistan's army chief has reportedly been holding overnight talks with Vice President J.D. Vance, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Iran's foreign minister. Under the proposal, a ceasefire would take effect immediately, reopening the Strait of Hormuz with 15 to 20 days to finalize a broader settlement. Final in-person talks would happen in Islamabad. The proposed agreement includes Iranian commitments not to pursue nuclear weapons in exchange for sanctions relief to release of frozen assets.
Several states now considering the possibility of declaring temporary gas tax holidays, while overseas conflicts continue to drive up gas prices.
Gas tax holidays can either lower or suspend fuel taxes for short periods. New York, California, Georgia, Florida, and Utah are considering it as prices rise. Maryland has as well, but Democratic Governor Wes Moore said on CBS Face the Nation he will likely not opt for that in favor of another approach.
The best thing that we could do to be able to address gas prices is by stop fighting foreign wars.
President Trump has said gas prices will drop once the Iran conflict ends, but Governor Moore said he's not certain the president has fully discerned why gas prices have gone up in the first place. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
The nation is getting details about what will become President Trump's presidential library.
A soaring waterfront skyscraper 47 stories high with replicas of the Oval Office, the Rose Garden, a golden escalator, and even a golden statue of President Trump. This is a first look at the Donald J. Trump Presidential Library, soon to be built in Miami. The president's son, Eric Trump, leading the project, writing on X, "This landmark on the water in Miami, Florida will stand as a lasting testament to an amazing man, an amazing developer, and the greatest president our nation has ever known." Guests will be welcomed into the lobby by Air Force One, presumably the Boeing 747 gifted by Qatar.
At the White House, I'm Aisha Hasni, Fox News.
It is 43 at 6:33. News Talk KZRG.
A Vernon County man is accused of stealing merchandise worth over $1,700 at a Nevada jewelry business on March 11th.
The probable cause statement in the case says Destry Malloy of Nevada was caught on video breaking into an oscillating jewelry case. Deputies had to interview Malloy at the Crawford County, Kansas jail. He's being held there for similar crimes. He admitted to the thefts but said he did it because he needed to provide for his family because he's unemployed. The deputies said it's more likely the result of drugs. He's charged in Vernon County with stealing more than $750 in second-degree property damage. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The number of Missourians facing hunger would fit into Busch Stadium more than 20 times over. The 2026 Home Run Against Hunger campaign, one of several events Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance organizes every year to help those in need. For the 11th consecutive year, insurance agents, customer service representatives, regional coordinators, and many volunteers are accepting donations from April 1st through 24th at area county offices. You can learn more about the food drive inside the KZRG app. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It is 43 with the sun coming up at 6:35. News Talk, KZRG.
Joplin Parks and Community Partners will host May the Forest Be With You event. Not far from now in a galaxy not far away, Earth Day and Arbor Day will be celebrated with an out-of-this-world event. May the Forest will take place 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on April 11th at Wildcat Park in Joplin.
What?
Yeah. Enter the Star Wars themed costume contest, explore nature stations, take part in the scavenger hunt, and more.
Okay. Quite interesting.
I just don't understand the whole why you naming it May? Have it in May.
Like on the 4th.
Yeah.
May the 4th be
Right.
with you.
That'd be the best day to probably do it.
A super debut at the box office.
Despite mixed reviews, the Super Mario Galaxy movie scored the biggest opening of the year for a Hollywood film, with ticket sales of more than $372 million worldwide.
I demand that you release my father.
Over my dead body.
Fine with me.
The movie features returning voice actors like Chris Pratt and Jack Black. Second place on the domestic charts goes to Project Hail Mary, the space movie earning $30 million in its third week. The drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, finishes third with just over $14 million. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NCAA men's hoops, number 2 UConn beat number 3 Illinois 71-62. And number 1 Michigan beat number 1 Arizona 91-73 over the weekend to set the NCAA men's finals. In MLB action, the Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3 on Sunday to avoid the sweep. St. Louis is back in action this evening on the road against Washington at 5:45 in the first of 3. You can hear that game on our sister station AM 1230 The Talker. The Royals lost to the Brewers 8-5 in the rubber match. KC's back in action tonight at 5:10 at Cleveland to open a 3-game set. In D2 baseball on Saturday, MSSU beat Central Oklahoma 7-2 in the rubber match. In prep baseball over the weekend, Webb City earned a split with a win over Liberty. Joplin also had a split with a win over Park Hill. Carthage also split a pair of games with a win over Rockhurst. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free. It's available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news. As it happens, no one gives you more accurate weather more often. The News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine. Comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday. 70 the high this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Slightly warmer tomorrow, 72, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Absolutely no precipitation showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 36 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Webb City, 43 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:39.
We buy guns, oh yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Jay is here.
Austin.
But yeah, Ted, I
Chris Nichols.
got that and
Chris Younger.
Hey, Doc, what's going on?
a new carry sidearm as well. It's been a busy weekend.
I bought plants this weekend. Lucas bought something else.
So you got planted.
Some self-protection.
Yeah, Lucas purchased self-protection. I purchased something that I need to take
What
care
did
of.
you get?
I got a couple
Like house plants or?
So a while ago, the Joplin Empire Market was hosting a seed day where they were where people were swapping
Donating
plant
seeds,
seeds. Yeah, and I went and picked up a few because when I was in California, I had grown carrots for a little while, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, hey, maybe I'll do that again this summer. So I got some wild marigolds from that event. I got some buttermilk weed, whatever that is. I saw the picture; it looked nice. And then I got wildflowers. And so I actually went to Hinkle's Ace Hardware, the shameless plug, and I bought some pots for them, and then some dirt and whatnot.
Like planters or?
No, they were little round, like these plastic round ones. I wanted to do the long one because they look nice,
Planters.
but I was like, honestly, let me try the pots first, see how it goes. And then while I was at Hinkle's, they have their whole, what do you call it? Their whole greenhouse nursery. And there was and it was packed. I mean, it was like I was like, oh my god, they have so much stuff here. So I picked out a couple of flowers. I got some, I got some mint because I love mint leaves. I love chewing on them. What?
You just got you some for free, bro.
Did you have some at your house?
All over, dude. It's so invasive.
Is it?
Dude, mint is the easy. Like, literally, just throw it on the ground and it's everywhere.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
actually have it around my house to detract spiders. Like, it's around the back side of my house.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So I know they don't like peppermint. No, they don't like peppermint.
Like
Does mint count?
Yeah, mint counts.
What about spearmint?
I don't know about that, but just the mint plant itself, like it's.
Yeah, dude, I literally
natural
spray. I
repellent,
spray my bedroom with peppermint for
Yeah,
spiders.
dude, when I weed eat, it smells like mint so badly.
So I got some of that, and then I got some like these little strawberry plants. So we'll see if that.
So what are you growing? What are you putting the strawberry plants in?
Just a planter.
How
like
big
a pot.
though?
A pot.
How do you know what the size of it is?
No, I mean it's like this big.
That's probably big enough then.
Yeah.
Did they help you out with like the size for the strawberry plant? And all that?
Yeah, I asked them. They're like, well, do you have a yard? And I was like, no.
'Cause you can do them in 5-gallon buckets, strawberry plants.
Well, that's what they're like. What's your intention? I was like, to be honest, my goal is to just see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need it to get huge or anything or whatever. Then they're like, okay, then this size is probably fine. And then after that, you can always repot it or replant it elsewhere. But if you're just starting out, you don't need anything crazy. You don't need anything big. So they were super helpful.
Yeah. I'm just starting out, and I have
and then they had.
beds. I went in over my head.
I got Like you said, all or nothing.
I just went.
I got black, lucky 4-leaf clover plants too, which I got a small pot.
I've
for that.
never found a 4-leaf clover in my life.
Dude, these I found.
And
like
it shows too, just on my. I'm not even kidding.
Your demeanor.
Yeah.
But I got these little plant like this, and they go, dude, just put that in a small pot. If you just want the look of it, you're not trying to grow it, it'll be fine. I was like, okay, cool.
Your balcony should be enough sunlight too. What side of the?
I get evening sun, so I'm westward facing, I believe.
Travis here and Buck Sexton. Make your day better and come hang with us from 11 to 2 p.m. right here on News Talk KZRG. We talk news, politics, sports, and also some fun culture stuff too.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:43 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
Going to be sunny, 70 today. Tomorrow, 72, 74 with sunshine on Wednesday. We'll talk with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith at about 7:25.
Well, we had this in the last newscast, and you may have been asking yourself, why did Lucas read this so awkwardly? Well, let me explain why. It's pretty goofy here. Not far away from now is, in honor of Earth Day and Arbor Day, the city of Joplin is hosting a May the Forest Be With You event at Wildcat Park. Now, the event itself is really very cool. It's a Star Wars-themed event where kids and families, they can show up at Wildcat Park and explore the nature stations they'll have set up. They'll have an outdoor scavenger hunt. There's going to be a bunch of family activities. There'll be giveaways, music, games, food trucks are going to be there. And, of course, because it's a Star Wars-themed event that's also in honor of our planet, May the Forest Be With You, they're also going to have a Star Wars-themed costume contest, which is an awesome family-friendly thing that you should definitely check out with the kids and grandkids. Here's the dealio, though. It's called May the Forest Be With You, which is obviously a play on May the Force Be With You, which is the name of International Star Wars Day, which is hosted on May the 4th, which makes sense.
And so they say May the 4th be with you
Right.
in May.
Now, this event, May the Forest Be With You, is being held on April 11th and not May the 4th.
I don't understand.
I have to say, kudos to the city of Joplin and the Wildcat Park organizations that host these things, because this is awesome. A big boo on their marketing department.
Had to be a better name out there.
A biggest fumble of 2026 so far.
I like the May the 4th name, but
It's
hold
good.
that for an event in May. On May the 4th.
At the very least, in the month of May.
Yeah.
At
Well,
the
May
very least.
May the 4th is on a Monday this year.
Or even May the 14th.
Sure, that would work too. Look up that, Steve. Is that a Saturday at least? They could have hosted it there. The city of Joplin needs to start giving us...
Who cares if it's a Monday? I'll go cover it. I'll be there.
just in honor of respecting the sanctity of that title.
May the 14th is on a Thursday.
I will cover it on a Thursday. I don't care.
Even better. But on April 11th, Joplin, Wildcat Parks, what are you doing, gentlemen? Listen, I happen to know an organization locally, a marketing company called Zimmer Marketing. They do wonderful work when it comes to coming up with zippy names, logo designs, and yes, even jingles. They can help you out, and I happen to have an in with Zimmer Marketing. I can get you in. I know, it's crazy.
I'm amazed.
I know, and I can get you, the City of Joplin Wildcat Park, a contact. I can help you out with your marketing endeavors because you hosting a May the Forest Be With You event on April 11th is nothing shy of criminal, chaotic, and completely obscene.
And they even lean into like the Star Wars thing too.
They're having a Star Wars thing costume
thing.
contest.
Like the whole thing is May the 4th. That's
So, jokes aside, I'm done dogging on the name. The event itself is not dog-worthy. It is awesome. It is dog-worthy in the sense you can bring a dog because it is pet-friendly. It's outdoors. It's beautiful. It's not dog-worthy.
Everything
in terms
about
of
it
dogging
is
on
awesome, except that it's on April 11th.
And there's trees for the dogs, too.
There are trees for the dogs. So, anyway, it is being hosted by the Joplin Parks and Recreation and the Friends of Wildcat Glades
Wildcat's
Nature Group.
awesome. That is my favorite
Look,
place.
two great organizations.
Love it.
They get an A in terms of community engagement.
And everything.
F in terms of marketing.
Holding this event on April 11th.
And not even in
and
terms of
naming
marketing.
it May the Forest.
You
could just change the name, and it would be an A.
And it would be a perfect event. Yeah. They get an F in terms of dating.
Yep.
Picking what date to host events. So there you have it. Go check out the
Listen,
details.
if I came home with a report card that was 5 A's and an F, I'd tell my dad to deal with it.
Which is what the City of Joplin is deciding to say. So you can check out the details. Again, jokes aside, it is a really cool event that's worth checking out. Details at newstalkkzrg.com. All right. If you are a local business owner that hosts events, speaking of, or you have an attraction, the Joplin Convention and Visitors Bureau is giving away some money in honor of marketing. Speaking of marketing. So if you want to host an event called May the Forest Be With You, they might give you tips and tricks on hosting it on maybe May the 4th instead of April 11th. But in any case, this grant round has a really great marketable name. It's called the Fiscal Year 2027 Event Marketing Grant. So, okay, maybe they need some marketing advice too.
I just thought of a way to make that May the Forest thing even better.
What?
They should have had it on April 1st, so at least it would have been a bit for April Fools.
April Fools, if you want to post it in April, yeah. So in any case, this Fiscal Year 2027 Event Marketing Grant, which is a super marketable name, of course, it's now available. These grants are designed to expand the marketing reach of local events and attractions with the express aim of trying to bring in more visitors to Joplin. That's why the Joplin Visitors and Convention Bureau is hosting this grant series. Get people into town. Now, who's eligible for this? For-profit and nonprofit businesses alike. You don't have to be a nonprofit. You could be here for nothing more than money.
Money.
And still be eligible for it. Now, depending on if you're a for-profit or nonprofit business, there are certain documents, specific documents that you need to provide. Those documents and the list of it can be found at newstalkkzrg.com in this article. Now, the big question that I want to clarify here today is what qualifies an event or an attraction? Because that's what it's for. It's not just for any business. It is for local businesses that have an event or an attraction space. Here's what they defined a qualifying event as. Quote, a single or multi-day gathering typically organized and staged by a civic organization or local businesses. The event is centered on celebrating some unique aspect of the community, the services of an agency, a historical person or milestone, a cultural or tradition, or a local/national holiday. Events showing the greater ability to attract visitors from a 70-plus mile outside of Joplin radius and retain a visitor in the area for at least 3 hours will succeed better at being funded, end quote. That's their definition of an attraction, which is very lawyer-esque, but, you know, for government and definitions, they kind of have to be.
Hey, Teddy, why don't you dumb that down for us?
Very basically, if you are hosting something that is at least 3 hours long and is hosted within the Joplin area of and will attract or potentially attract people within 70 miles, and it is an event that isn't, hey, here's a for-profit company and we love our company, come hang out. It's got to be something more than that. It's got to be something like celebrating the history of the area, like the mining history of the 4 states. It's got to be an event celebrating perhaps maybe crime, like, what is it, Velma and Louise, their house that's been here. Or no, that's the
Bonnie
movie.
and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde. I was close.
Velma and Louise. That's not even the same
Hey,
ballpark.
They were also on the run from the law, were they
I
not?
think they're real.
All right, fair enough.
Fictional characters?
It's got to be something like that could attract people in town for a minimum of more than 3 hours, with the express purpose of bringing dollars in.
Maybe like a
Powerpuff Girls.
Maybe like a Route 66 event.
If you are a for-profit or nonprofit company in the area that is hosting a Route 66 event, you could be eligible for this. Now, there's a whole lot of other information on this, but you can find those details at News Talk KZRG.
Do you think if you have a business that doesn't make money, you could get qualified for this, even though technically you're not a non-for-profit? You just don't have profit?
You're a for-profit business
that
making
doesn't make
no profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah.
See if I can get this loan here.
KZRG News Time, 6:51.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The U.S. under Trump's directive hit one of Iran's largest bridges, which is a critical transportation route in the country. Following the attack, Trump took to Truth Social to say, much more to follow.
Really quick, Girl Chris on Facebook, she said, Thelma and Louise, you might as well have said Ren and Stimpy at that point.
Number 2.
Speaking of the war in Iran, on Friday, a U.S. fighter jet was shot down in Iran, leaving the 2 pilots stranded behind enemy lines. 1 pilot survived in Iran for more than 48 hours while being hunted across mountainous terrain by Iranian forces. But in the end, he was rescued in a daring mountaintop exfil. Wow!
Number 1.
A 16-year-old kid from Neosho killed and another injured in a car crash about 7 miles east of Neosho. The teen's car veered off the right side of the roadway, overcorrected, fired off the right side of the road, and then struck a tree. Thoughts and prayers to the victim's family.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What issue do you feel politicians aren't giving enough attention to? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What issue do you feel is simply not getting enough attention from politicians?
The plummeting of the U.S. dollar to gold ratio.
Interesting. What are your thoughts? Leave us an open mic message. Coming up, Sean Hannity's Morning Minute. You can tune in to Sean every single weekday starting at 2 here on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine. Comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday. 70 the high this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Slightly warmer tomorrow, 72, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry.
Sarisa, I completely agree. She said Ted's good looks aren't getting enough attention. That it is a darn shame. It's a cultural loss to the community, if you really think about it. The day Philip Seymour Hoffman died was a blow to the culture of art. No question about it. And I would argue
the thing of it is that dude is in a movie that everyone loves. It doesn't matter what genre, he can do it all.
Oh yeah, not a single doubt about that.
Like there are movies that you love of Philip Seymour Hoffman that I haven't even heard of or thought of.
Connecticut, New York.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever.
Phenomenal.
I mean anything. Like there's people who've never seen Capote, like never even heard of Capote and stuff like that.
Oscar winning.
Yes, but I mean, they've seen Along Came Polly, and he is fantastic. They've seen The Big Lebowski, he is great. They've seen Mission Impossible 3 or whatever it was he was in. He was an awesome bad guy in that, too.
You know what's crazy about that, too? Anyway, the point is I bring him up because that the same way that was a loss to the cultural community, my good looks not getting attention is probably up there with that. I read this recently with his role in Mission Impossible 3. Apparently he got it right, or he accepted it right after he won his Oscar for Capote.
Really?
Yeah. And he did it anyway, and everyone was like dogging on him, like, dude, you're an Oscar winner. What are you doing these like goofy action films for? And he said he took it so seriously. And the reason that villain is so good is because he played it bored. He played the character like he was bored. Because a true psychopath wouldn't be all into the gaudy spy, the big speeches. He's like, no, I mean business,
Where's the
and
rabbit's
all
foot?
your little spy games are meaningless to me. I'm going to kill your girlfriend. I'm going to shoot your mom. I'm going to do this. And that's how he played it. He played it psychopath bored.
Ethan, where's the rabbit's foot?
You what?
Ethan, where's the rabbit's foot?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to count to 10.
Do you have a girlfriend? I'm going to hurt her.
I'm going to hurt her.
I'm going to make her cry. Dude, and he totally is
help me like you helped me on the airplane? Is that how you're going to help me?
But it's true. He plays it that
So
way, and
good.
it's what makes him so scary.
That movie,
because he's not
he's the best villain in any of the Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, because he's not this like cartoony British accent,
Yeah, he's real.
highfalutin, vocabulary-ridden, monologue-speaking dud. That's what the psychopaths are like. Where's your girlfriend? I'm gonna hurt her. Just simple as that. It's so scary.
And then he literally, his assistant that screwed him over, he put a mask on her to make it look like his girlfriend, and then just executed her in front of Ethan just to let him know that he would do it. Yeah, that he would do it.
The second he finds a girlfriend, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm not doing it right now is because I don't know where she is.
Yeah. But this person actually meant something to me, and I just executed her.
Hey, Austin, that's a really good idea. I actually really appreciate that feedback. I'm looking at that. He said, can you all get dedicated mics for Facebook? I always have to turn my volume way up. Yeah, let me talk to the engineering team about that.
Yeah, they love to give us new stuff. Engineering actually does love to give us new stuff. It's whether or not they can get it approved. That's the.
Well, I think your mic is the one that gets it all.
Oh, this one gets all the Facebook stuff?
I think so.
Nice. Sucks for them.
When we're talking to our friends, is this microphone sitting on the top of the board?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I know so. Because we had issues with it when you were on last time.
Other crowd that really never supported Trump too, the new isolationists, as I refer to them. Okay, so Iran's on the precipice of having nuclear weapons, and you didn't learn anything from World War II? You didn't learn anything from Mao in China, or Stalin in Russia, or Hitler in Germany? You didn't learn a thing from fascism and Mussolini? You didn't learn from Tojo in Japan? You didn't learn over 100 million human souls died, and how many of those lives could have been saved had we acted sooner instead of having this appeasement mindset mentality? That's the breathtaking part of how Europe has exposed itself in all of this.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
You know, there's something big Americans keep forgetting about. You know, behind the news cycles, behind the tariff wars, the conflicts, war, ICE raids here at home, behind all of this, there's an uncomfortable truth that we need to admit. We do have $39 trillion in debt as a country. That is a ticking time bomb. That's over $355,000 per U.S. taxpayer. So I want you to ask yourself, are you truly protected from this pending disaster? If not, you may want to call my friends over at Goldco. Now, Goldco, I'm a customer. They're the #1 gold and silver company in the business, and thousands of Americans are using Goldco to hedge their risk. They want you to be an informed investor, get their free 2026 gold and silver guide, and learn how you can get 10% off in bonus gold or silver while supplies last. Call now, 855-815-GOLD, or just go to HannityGold.com. That's 855-815-GOLD or HannityGold.com.
The world moves fast, so tune in to me, Mark Levin, every weekday starting at 5 on News Talk KZRG for the latest news, politics, and commentary. You won't want to miss it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Going to be sunny, 70 today, sunny, 72 tomorrow, 74 with sunshine on Wednesday. KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith joining us at 7:25.
Coming up in less than 10 minutes, John Mayor Keenan Cortez, we're going to be talking about a Chamber of Commerce quarterly update they'll be getting.
The 4 states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin, a free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
Another senior Iranian military leader taken out.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News on day 38 of Operation Epic Fury.
Majid Kadimi, the head of IRGC intelligence, I am told by a senior Israeli official, was killed early this morning in a strike against the Iranian capital of Tehran.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv is also monitoring a proposal to stop the fighting.
Now today, Reuters is reporting that a framework to end hostilities has been put together by Pakistan and exchanged with Iran and the U.S. overnight, outlining a two-tier approach with an immediate ceasefire followed by a comprehensive agreement.
No, there's no U.S. reaction to that proposal yet. That would also reopen the Strait of Hormuz to oil and other shipping, something an Iranian official also tells Reuters they would not agree to for just a temporary ceasefire. President Trump, in an expletive-filled Truth Social post, had warned Iran if it doesn't open the strait by tomorrow night, the U.S. will attack power plants and more bridges. Now, the president is planning a news conference early this afternoon, expected to discuss that weekend mission, rescuing an American injured and stuck behind enemy lines after Iran shot down a U.S. fighter jet.
He's expected to get into the details of the decision-making behind this and where the conflict stands today.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House has more details on the rescue of the colonel.
U.S. is trying to find him. He managed to scale those 7,000 feet up while injured to an elevated ridge, activating his emergency beacon. Sources say that the U.S. initially had feared that this beacon signal was a trap by the Iranians. That proved not to be the case. At that same time, the CIA was spreading a deception campaign saying that the colonel had already been found and was being transported out by vehicle. Where he really was protected from above by MQ-9 Reaper drones. President Trump calling this the most complex search and rescue operation in history.
The 4 astronauts on the Artemis 2 mission will go where no one's gone before today, flying around the far side of the moon. They'll also break the record set by Apollo 13 for traveling the farthest distance from Earth. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, heading for a high of 70. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:08. Sun is on the rise. It's 36 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Carl Junction, 43 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. And on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. A Vernon County man accused of stealing merchandise worth over $1,700 at a Nevada jewelry business on March the 11th.
The probable cause statement in the case says Destry Malloy of Nevada was caught on video breaking into an oscillating jewelry case. Deputies had to interview Malloy at the Crawford County, Kansas jail. He's being held there for similar crimes. He admitted to the thefts but said he did it because he needed to provide for his family because he's unemployed. The deputies said it's more likely the result of drugs. He's charged in Vernon County with stealing more than $750 in second-degree property damage. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
A proposal at the Missouri Capitol could tighten eligibility rules for food stamps and state-funded health care. Matt Pilger reports.
A bill sponsored by Republican Senator Rick Bratton of Harrisonville would require proof of U.S. citizenship to receive SNAP benefits and MoHealthNet. The proposal is currently being reviewed by a Missouri Senate committee, and if approved, it would move to the full Senate for debate. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
Missouri lawmakers filing a series of bills that they say are aimed at restructuring the state's electric bill or electric utility system and giving consumers more choices for their energy. One of the House sponsors is St. Charles County Representative Tricia Burns, who says her constituents are fed up with high electric bills and having no options.
So in the marketplace, when there's competition, you have to fight for that customer to remain your customer. And right now, that's not happening.
If approved, the bills would require Missouri utilities to sell their power plants, opening the door for private companies to buy them or build new power sources. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sun is on the rise. It's 43 at 7:04, going on 7:05. News Talk, KZRG.
The 66 Drive-In Theater and the Missouri Route 66 Centennial Commission announced a dedication ceremony for the Jasper County Route 66 Centennial Interactive sign. The event will be held at 10 a.m. on Friday, April 10th, at the 66 Drive-In Theater on Old 66 Boulevard, just west of Carthage. The Missouri Route 66 Centennial Commission established a grant program to create 11 12-foot 3D interactive signs along Missouri Route 66. More info at KZRG or NewsTalkKZRG.com.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe watching the Department of Justice's interest in the state's lawsuit against the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Federal prosecutors have intervened in the case and are asking a court to stop Missouri's high school activities governing body from excluding board candidates based on race or sex. Governor Kehoe sounded cautiously optimistic about the latest development in an exclusive interview with MissouriNet.
Certainly, we don't want discriminatory practices in a taxpayer-funded agency.
MSHA's rules favor candidates of an underrepresented gender or ethnicity. Marshall Griffin, MissouriNet.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NCAA men's hoops, number 2 UConn beat number 3 Illinois 71-62, and number 1 Michigan beat number 1 Arizona 91-73 over the weekend to set the NCAA men's finals. In MLB action, the Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3 on Sunday to avoid the sweep. St. Louis is back in action this evening on the road against Washington at 5:45 in the first of 3. You can hear that game on our sister station AM 1230 The Talker. The Royals lost to the Brewers 8-5 in the rubber match. KC's back in action tonight at 5:10 at Cleveland to open a 3-game set. In D2 baseball on Saturday, MSSU beat Central Oklahoma 7-2 in the rubber match. In prep baseball over the weekend, Webb City earned a split with a win over Liberty. Joplin also had a split with a win over Park Hill. Carthage also split a pair of games with a win over Rockhurst. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 7:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We are soaking up the sunshine through midweek. Sunny and mild. 70 today, 72 tomorrow, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Indigo Sky Casino, your casino for winning excitement, entertainment, and delicious chef-created entrees. Party, play, wine, and dine at Indigo Sky Casino. See indigoskycasino.com for details.
Nothing showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 36 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Carthage, 43 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 7:08.
Today, Joplin is losing officers to other cities offering better pay. We train them here. Now we need the ability to keep them here. Proposition Police and Fire isn't a new tax. It's a renewal that keeps funding protected for public safety. More officers, better equipment, a safer Joplin. Keep safety a top priority. Vote yes on Proposition Police and Fire, April 7th.
Paid for by Businesses for a Better Joplin. Ben McNally, Treasurer.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
What are you even doing here? That's what he asked me as we were both working at a furniture store. I'm Chris.
And I'm Zach. We're the window guys from Windows & More. I'd seen Chris on TV before doing Windows & More ads, and now he's selling couches with me.
My dad and I were running Windows & More together, but I needed that second job to make ends meet.
And I was ready to get out of the furniture store. So we started talking and figuring out how to make Windows & More work together. I would schedule us to close the store together, and we stayed after hours and mapped it all out on the whiteboard in the back room.
And the next thing you know, we're using Zach's garage as a warehouse and running Windows & More together.
And eventually, my wife wanted our garage back, so we moved to a new location, and we've kept growing ever since.
And it's all been because of your amazing support in a furniture store. Come see us at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin or find us at windowsandmore.llc.
Never settle for less. The choice is clearly windows and more.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:10 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott.
And joining us live this morning is Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez. Mayor, thanks for being here.
Good morning, fellas. How are we doing today?
Good. A little chilly, as you were saying earlier.
It's a little cool, but it's not bad, and it's going to be 70 this afternoon. So, be brave. Lay the jacket down. Leave it at home. No hat needed. Go on out. Be cold for just a minute. This afternoon it's going to be gorgeous.
Just 72 tomorrow. 74 on Wednesday with lots of sunshine.
Yeah, I like it. You know what I did this morning?
What did you do?
It's beautiful, clear skies. So when you go outside and you look up, there's like nothing but the moon there.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for Artemis 2. I was wondering if I could see it.
Did you find
the same thing?
I did not.
Oh.
I did not.
Well, that's because they were on the dark side of the moon.
Oh, they're on the dark side of the moon. Okay.
Well, it brightens up
like
when
a
the
little
sun.
Pink Floyd stuff to me.
Right. Okay. But they're on the opposite side of the moon, so they can't communicate while they're on the other side of the moon. They're looking for craters in all the wrong places, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for them, but no luck for me this morning.
Well, Mayor, tonight at the City Council meeting, I know you guys are going to be getting an update from the Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
Walk us through what your expectations of this update is and how often you guys get these.
Quarterly, we get an update from the Chamber every quarter. They come and tell us about all their activities as it surrounds our agreement with them to bring some economic development to our community. So they'll talk to us about companies they've met with, companies that might be expanding, that through their membership with the Chamber, we're helping to do that. Everything Chamber activity as it results in economic development for our community, we're going to get an update on. This evening, what conferences they've been to, what contacts have they made, everything they're doing to promote the city of Joplin so that we can bring good jobs and good businesses to our community.
Yeah. Now, Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. A lot of people don't fully understand the relationship between the city and the Chamber of Commerce. You guys aren't one and the same, correct?
No, we are not one and the same. The city of Joplin doesn't have an economic development arm. We don't have people that are dedicated to going out and meeting with, I don't know, just a couple companies off the top of my head, the Nikes of the world or things like that, and saying, hey, we've got land, we've got warehouses, we've got rail, we've got interstate, all this stuff in our community. Come by, take a look at us, and maybe put a plant here or something like that. But the Chamber has people that are dedicated to doing that. So we partner with them every year. They get to go out and they get to put the feelers out. They get to go talk to the people. They get to host them when they come to town to take a look at what we got to offer. The Chamber does that, and we work in close relation with them, but we just don't. The city doesn't have that piece, so we rely on the Chamber to do that for us.
Yeah. It's Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. I know you guys are also going to be discussing the City Council Chamber, or City Council, that is, the Shoal Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant Final Clarifier Edition. Now, I bring this one up, and I highlight this as niche as it sounds, because it's got a price tag of about $430,000. We're nearing $500,000 territory. And when that happens, people get a little nervous about where that money's going. Can you walk us through what exactly this is?
It costs a lot of money to clean the water, to process the water. Every time you turn on your spigot in the kitchen, every time you flush your toilet, take a shower, something has to happen to that water. Something has to happen to it before it goes back out to the streams and lakes and so on and so forth. So we run it through a clarifier. We run it through our wastewater treatment plant so that we can make that water palatable to get back out in the community. Joplin has experienced some significant growth over the last couple of years, and we're adding a clarifier. This isn't, we're not replacing one, we're not repairing one, but because of the growth that we've experienced in this area, we're adding one. Because when you know, it's kind of like if you had a 2-bedroom apartment, a 2-bedroom home in the community, and it's you, your spouse, and maybe 2 kids. That's sufficient. But when the next family moves in, and you've got somebody like, okay, come on, live with us for a little while, you're going to need more than 2 bathrooms. You're going to need to add a 3rd one maybe, or even a 4th one as your family continues to grow. So that's what we're doing here. We're just adding a clarifier to our wastewater treatment plant so that we can take care of the growth that's not only we've experienced, but what's to come as well.
Right, which is an interesting component because there is a lot of conversation about growth. A lot of cities, a lot of companies, businesses, they want to grow. But there's also the aspect, once you do that, of maintaining, right? And that's kind of what this is.
Yeah, and this isn't something that we just, last week thought, oh, we should do this. This has been months, years in the making and the planning, acquiring things, finding out what the prices are, getting, they don't just come and put this in 2 or 3 days. It takes a long time to get those parts in, get that construction done, so on and so forth. So this is just Joplin saying, hey, we're growing, we're expanding a little bit, so we probably ought to have a little bit more wastewater treatment.
Yeah. And Mayor, to your knowledge, how long do these last for? We're paying $430,000 for it roughly. Are we getting 10 years, 20 years out of it?
We've got some that have been in works for decades.
Nice.
They last for quite some time. Got to maintain them, got to take care of them. That's not cheap either. I think I've often tell people as they see me in the grocery store or they see me at a restaurant or whatever, they're like, what's the biggest expense that the city of Joplin has? And I'm like, personnel, first of all. And probably second is your ability to flush your toilet. It costs a lot to make sure that the stormwater, the wastewater, and all that is taken care of, and we're being responsible with the environment and putting it back out in our streams and lakes.
Yeah. It's Joplin Mayor Kenny Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. Speaking of work being done and dollars being spent, I also saw that you guys are going to be discussing 7th Street Sanitary Sewer Relocation Project for roughly $136,000. Mayor, a lot of the times people get nervous, especially when it comes to road work in the area. Sometimes it appears there's a bit of a habit, a bit of a pattern of road work gets done. It looks real nice and neat, really nice. And then about a month later, we rip up part of it and then do something else.
That has happened.
With this 7th Street facelift, this is a big, expensive, multi-year-long project.
Huge deal.
Is this aspect, this sewer movement relocation project, 7th Street, is this in tandem, in communication with what is happening with the 7th Street facelift, or are we sitting at a situation where we're going to start ripping stuff up again?
No, the first part, and you've explained it great. I don't even need to speak on that.
Yes,
you did a really good job of explaining it. This is an opportunity. 7th Street is going to get a facelift. If you haven't been anywhere close to 7th and Rangeline and missed what's going on already, we're doing that. It's already started. And as a part of it, it's a great time for us in conjunction with MoDOT that's doing this widening and improvement to 7th Street to maybe relocate some sanitary sewer stuff so that it doesn't interfere, and later on we don't have to go back and rip up the street that just got redone in order to get it relocated. So we're doing it in conjunction with the MoDOT project on 7th Street.
Nice. That's awesome.
Quick question. Are they putting in bicycle lanes on 7th Street now with the new construction?
Bicycle lanes?
Yeah, like they have on Main Street.
There's going to be some sidewalks. So
okay.
Yeah. There's going to be some sidewalks.
Listen, anything is a bicycle lane if your bike can fit on it. That's pretty much how bicyclists operate in the area. So, Mayor, I'm going to throw a curveball at you here, switching gears.
Here we go.
We were talking about this earlier this morning. The Joplin Parks and Rec Department, along with the Friends of Wildcat Glades Nature Group, they are hosting a very cool event called May the Forest Be With You, an outdoor family-friendly event, obviously Star Wars themed in honor of May the 4th be with you, Star Wars Day, and yet they're hosting it on April 11th and not May 4th.
You guys have some angst about that, man. I was listening to you guys on my drive in this morning, and I'm like, what is going on with the date? You know what? I believe Christmas ought to always be on a Friday or a Monday, so we can all have a long weekend.
I like that idea.
But sometimes it's on a Tuesday or a Thursday. This is, when you're doing things like this and you're a community as large as Joplin is, you've got to do the best you can with everybody's schedules, all the other events that are going on in the area, to sometimes put a date out there that doesn't necessarily make sense when you're talking about May the 4th and into May. So I'm excited for Earth Day this year. I'm excited for May the 4th event coming up this coming Saturday on April the 11th. It's a great way for families and kids and anybody interested in taking care of our environment to get out there and do everything they can to celebrate what we have here in our community. Unfortunately, though, this year it's not lining up with the month of May. But you can always go out there this Saturday. You can go out there, Ted, and you can tell yourself the entire time that you're there that it's the month of May.
Just, for
visualize
the sake of
it.
the name.
Yeah, just visualize it.
Ted, don't forget to take your lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly. My last question for you this morning, Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. The Joplin Police and Fire Departments, they are squaring up on a friendly basketball game. When is the City Council going to be taking on the Webb City Council in some hoops?
Do you have a cricket noise thingy over there that you can play?
We actually do.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening?
Well, if we do that, then we're going to need the police and the fire department to be there, along with maybe EMS, especially for me. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I am, maybe if they want to play golf or table tennis or maybe even a good game of hearts or something like that. But I don't know about basketball.
All right. So some table tennis might be more your speed, Marty Supreme style.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Well, Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez, I really appreciate you and your time in dealing with all my nonsense. We'll see you next week.
Go vote tomorrow.
Yes. KZRG News Time, 7:21.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine. Comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday, 70 the high this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Slightly warmer tomorrow, 72, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Your laptop, TV, mobile phone, or devices. You might say your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is in the business of keeping you connected to everyone and everything that's essential. Day or night, we're always here, making life easier. Because when all is said and done, of all the connections we make, none are more powerful than the human connection.
New Mac Electric.
Your Touchstone good. Trying to figure out. Bop. 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 Bop, bop, bop. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, well, it's a good idea, Austin. We're gonna figure that out for you. But yeah, how y'all doing this morning?
Stocked up on the biggest names in the game, from the iconic sear of a Weber to the ceramic versatility of the Big Green Egg. Looking for that wood-fired flavor? Check out our selection of Traeger and our newest line, Rectech pellet grills. And don't forget the secret ingredient: we have a massive wall of unique spices, sauces, and rubs from brands like Bear & Burton and Meat Church that you won't find anywhere else.
Oh, one of my friends from college proposed to his girlfriend. That's cute.
What did he propose?
He proposed that they get dinner tonight at 8.
Oh.
They said you are invited, Steve.
They said I am invited?
They said Steve Scott is invited.
Wow.
I know.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
Hey, Dr. Poston, I've got a riddle for you.
Sure, what's up, Dr. Kirk?
What's cavity fighting, calming, and covered in maple leaves?
Carthage Family Dental?
That's right. Joplin Family Dental has expanded and opened a brand new location in Carthage.
We're welcoming new patients and making appointments now.
And if you've ever wanted to try sedation dentistry, now's the time.
During March and April, new patients who qualify can receive free sedation your first treatment appointment.
It's just one more way we're making dental care easier, calmer, and more comfortable for the whole family.
And of course, you can still come see us on East 32nd Street in Joplin.
But now we'll be exactly where you need us in Carthage too, at 2337 Bear Lawn Drive.
Call and schedule an appointment at Carthage Family Dental today.
or find more information at FamilyDentalofCarthage.com.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
It's your third belly laugh in under 10 minutes and the perfect slice of sunshine peering through the blinds while your kids tell the story of your spouse's attempt at making puppy dog pancakes. Spoiler alert, they look a lot more like lopsided bunnies. It's sitting on your brand new deck, pausing the rivalry and chaos of Monopoly with your best friends, and hearing even the cicadas get quiet when you share the big news. We're expecting again. It's core memories, unforgettable and pure joy in a home that's the perfect backdrop to carefully curate each moment. Thanks to E.L. Marshall.
Hi, I'm Jackie with E.L. Marshall Construction. We're here to create your ideal space, from custom remodels to building your dream home from the ground up. Love your location but need more room? E.L. Marshall also specializes in seamless indoor or outdoor additions. Or maybe your home just needs a refresh. E.L. Marshall can elevate your living space with timeless design and lasting value. Learn more today at elmarshallconstruction.com. E.L. Marshall, building relationships brick by brick.
The tough talk, the big issues, and nothing sugar-coated. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me right after Mark Levin at 8 on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Joining us now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Good morning, Terry. How are you?
I am doing great. I am loving the cooler and drier weather that has made its way across much of the country to start off the work week. It's really nice to get a dose of spring.
Skies are pretty much clear with lots of sunshine now, but when I came to work this morning, the moon was shining brightly. I was wondering if you could see Artemis in the middle of the night.
You know, I suspect that probably not, and I have been following Artemis a little bit here and there. And I know at some point today they're going to be on the far side of the moon. I think that's later on this afternoon. I should probably double check. But yeah, that's been fun tracking that as well.
So it looks like this bright orange glow in the sky is going to be here for most of the week?
Looks like it's going to be here a good bit of the week, but toward the end of the week, we're going to get an increase in the humidity. We'll get the southerly winds to show back up, and so a little more humidity, and likely to get a front that's going to stall nearby. At least that's what current indications are for the latter part of the week, that this front's going to kind of just hang around, and that will mean a little bit of rain perhaps Thursday, but a better chance of rain Friday and into the weekend, some rain as well.
All right. Now, Ted has done something. Ted has gotten some plants to try to grow some strawberries, I believe is one of them.
Got is a strong word. Really what it is, they were sent to a death sentence of being in my home because I have the opposite of a green thumb. And I'm trying to turn that around, but unfortunately these plants are the brave soldiers that are probably not going to be making it home.
I'm not very familiar with how to keep strawberries. This should be interesting. What do you guys know? I mean, like we do tomatoes. Tomatoes, you know, are pretty easy and hardy compared to some other plants, I suppose.
My tomato plants are about ready to go outside.
There you go.
All right. So what's the weather looking like for the next couple of 3 days?
Well, it's just a gorgeous day. It's a little cool right now, but this is, you know, what April is supposed to be like. It's kind of been a while, so our sense of normal has been messed with. But this is a very typical April day. 70 today, mid-40s tonight, tomorrow, 72, Wednesday still dry, and 74. We may get a shower or two Thursday. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of rain. But a better chance of rain into Friday. And it looks like we're going to keep those temperatures in the low to mid-70s by the end of the week as well.
So is that now the average for this time of the year or getting close to it?
It's actually just slightly above average. 67 is our average high. So anytime we're within about 3 to 5 degrees of average, I'm like, okay, we're on track. We're in the range that we would normally be in.
Well, that's always good to hear. Terry Smith, thanks for joining us this morning.
All right, enjoy your Monday.
Will do, Terry. You too. That was KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith here on KZRG's airwaves, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Coming up in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40. Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno is going to be joining us. We're going to be talking to him about a number of things. Number one, storm season. It is upon us. What does he recommend we do to keep safe? And why are we asking him? Well, the Joplin Fire Department is an all hands on deck, all emergencies first responder, whether it's a fire, a car crash, a storm. The fire department, they're on the scene. They're all emergency agency. So we're going to be talking to him about that. And, of course, them and the Joplin police squaring off in a b-ball game. We're going to be seeing if Dustin's a little nervous.
I don't think he'll be nervous. He's tall.
He is, but we'll see. That's coming up next on News Talk KZRG.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Iran deadline looming.
Gas tax holiday.
Trump presidential library plans.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG topping out at 70 today with lots of sunshine. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:38. Lots of sunshine. It's 36 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Diamond, 43 in Joplin, AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG.
The United States and Iran have received a new ceasefire plan that could end hostilities as soon as today and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Ashley Strohmeyer has more.
The two-step approach by Pakistan, Egypt, and Turkey calls for an immediate ceasefire followed by a comprehensive agreement. But sources say all elements must be agreed to by both sides. Pakistan's army chief has reportedly been holding overnight talks with Vice President J.D. Vance, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Iran's foreign minister. Under the proposal, a ceasefire would take effect immediately, reopening the Strait of Hormuz with 15 to 20 days to finalize a broader settlement. Final in-person talks would happen in Islamabad. The proposed agreement includes Iranian commitments not to pursue nuclear weapons in exchange for sanctions relief to release of frozen assets.
Several states are considering the possibility of declaring temporary gas tax holidays, while overseas conflicts continue to drive the price of gas up.
Gas tax holidays can either lower or suspend fuel taxes for short periods. New York, California, Georgia, Florida, and Utah are considering it as prices rise. Maryland has as well, but Democratic Governor Wes Moore said on CBS Face the Nation he will likely not opt for that in favor of another approach.
The best thing that we could do to be able to address gas prices is by stop fighting foreign wars.
President Trump has said gas prices will drop once the Iran conflict ends, but Governor Moore said he's not certain the president has fully discerned why gas prices have gone up in the first place. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
The nation is getting details about what will become of President Trump's presidential library.
A soaring waterfront skyscraper 47 stories high with replicas of the Oval Office, the Rose Garden, a golden escalator, and even a golden statue of President Trump. This is a first look at the Donald J. Trump Presidential Library, soon to be built in Miami. The president's son, Eric Trump, leading the project, writing on X, "This landmark on the water in Miami, Florida will stand as a lasting testament to an amazing man, an amazing developer, and the greatest president our nation has ever known." Guests will be welcomed into the lobby by Air Force One, presumably the Boeing 747 gifted by Qatar.
At the White House, I'm Aisha Husni, Fox News.
It is sunny. It is 43 now at 7:33. News Talk KZRG.
A Vernon County man is accused of stealing merchandise worth over $1,700 at a Nevada jewelry business on March 11th.
The probable cause statement in the case says Destry Malloy of Nevada was caught on video breaking into an oscillating jewelry case. Deputies had to interview Malloy at the Crawford County, Kansas jail. He's being held there for similar crimes. He admitted to the thefts but said he did it because he needed to provide for his family because he's unemployed. The deputies said it's more likely the result of drugs. He's charged in Vernon County with stealing more than $750 in second-degree property damage. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The number of Missourians facing hunger would fit into Busch Stadium more than 20 times over. The 2026 Home Run Against Hunger campaign is one of several events Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance organizes annually to help those in need. For the 11th consecutive year, insurance agents, customer service representatives, regional coordinators, and many volunteers are accepting donations from April 1st through the 24th at area county offices. You can learn more about the food drive at newstalkkzrg.com. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, Sunshine 43 at 735. News Talk KZRG.
Joplin Parks and Community Partners will host May the Force Be With You. Not far from now, in a galaxy not far away, Earth Day and Arbor Day will be celebrated with an out-of-this-world event. May the Force will take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on April 11th at Wildcat Park in Joplin. Enter the Star Wars-themed costume contest, explore nature stations, take part in a scavenger hunt, and more. Check out the KZRG app for more details.
A super debut at the box office.
Despite mixed reviews, the Super Mario Galaxy movie scored the biggest opening of the year for a Hollywood film, with ticket sales of more than $372 million worldwide.
I demand that you release my father.
Over my dead body.
Fine with me.
The movie features returning voice actors like Chris Pratt and Jack Black. Second place on the domestic charts goes to Project Hail Mary, the space movie earning $30 million in its third week. The drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, finishes third with just over $14 million. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NCAA men's hoops, number 2 UConn beat number 3 Illinois 71-62. And number 1 Michigan beat number 1 Arizona 91-73 over the weekend to set the NCAA men's finals. In MLB action, the Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3 on Sunday to avoid the sweep. St. Louis is back in action this evening on the road against Washington at 5:45 in the first of 3. You can hear that game on our sister station AM 1230 The Talker. The Royals lost to the Brewers 8-5 in the rubber match. KC's back in action tonight at 5:10 at Cleveland to open a 3-game set. In D2 baseball on Saturday, MSSU beat Central Oklahoma 7-2 in the rubber match. In prep baseball over the weekend, Webb City earned a split with a win over Liberty. Joplin also had a split with a win over Park Hill. Carthage also split a pair of games with a win over Rockhurst. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, 8 o'clock breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine, comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday, 70 the high this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Slightly warmer tomorrow, 72, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Nothing showing up on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. It's 36 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Lamar, 43 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:38.
Here we are live in the bottom of the ninth. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Everyone's looking at the chief carpetologist to come through again. Here's the pitch. Swinging a long one. Home run, Tyler's Carpet.
Hey everyone, it's Ron, the chief carpetologist here at Tyler's Carpet in Neosho. Is your flooring down to its last strike? If so, it might be time to call your home team flooring store, Tyler's Carpet. We've got a huge showroom and a wide variety of wood, carpet, and vinyl flooring. All the major league brands that will make your home or office destined for the Hall of Fame. We'll field all of your questions, cover all the bases, and step up to the plate to make sure your new flooring is a grand slam. At Tyler's Carpet, we've got over 30 years experience of all-store flooring service.
Tyler's Carpet in Neosho, always ready to come through with the big hit for you.
And remember, keep the chief in mind, carpetologist, that is.
Tyler's has the carpets you've been looking for. Your complete floor covering store.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Dr. Collins and Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
Your smile tells your story. It shows your confidence, joy, and resilience, and it deserves care from a team that understands just how important it is. With 47 years of experience, Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center knows that great dentistry isn't just about procedures. It's about trust, comfort, and results you can be proud of. And they believe high-quality care should never come at a price tag that keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, Exit 44, and at MidAmericaDental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Just one late night cookie.
A midnight snack for you? Harmless. But termites, they believe in the 24/7 snack. They never stop eating. Not at midnight, not in the morning, not while you're at work. And by the time you notice them, termites have likely already been there for months.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bugaway Pest Control. We are the area's experts on termites. Protect your biggest asset with a call to Bugaway Pest Control before those 24/7 snackers eat you out of house and home.
We're the only pest control company in the area to offer Centricon, the #1 brand in termite protection.
We also now offer financing. And of course, it comes with Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go.
Make sure your home or business is protected and get started on a termite inspection today at bugawaypc.com.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bugaway Pest Control.
Join me, Clay Travis, and my good friend Buck Sexton weekdays starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
7:42 is the KZRG news time. Ted Pahorkas.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
Lots of sunshine the next few days. Sunny today with a high of around 70. Mostly clear tonight, down to 44 for the low. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 72. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, 50 for the low. And then 74 with sunshine on Wednesday. That all according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
And by the way, you can get more than 100 weather updates every single day here on News Talk KZRG. Well, we were going to be joined by Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno, but today they're doing some training, and so unfortunately we're going to have to postpone. We'll have him join us later this week, if not next week. But we'll be getting some potentially life-saving severe weather, storm weather advice from him later on.
I just hope we don't have a really bad storm until then.
Fingers crossed, exactly. Until then, yesterday was in fact Easter, and President Donald Trump issued a very, very heartfelt Easter message, and it was directed not at the Lord, but instead at Iran. Now, this was controversial. You're going to see why in a second. I'm going to read for you, word for word, what Donald Trump's Easter message was.
Have your button ready on the
I have
delay.
it ready. Here it is. Donald Trump, President of the United States, he wrote on Truth Social, quote, "Tuesday will be the power plant day. and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the straight, you crazy, or you'll be living in just watch. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump, end quote. Yeah, this isn't made up. That sounds like a Babylon
I thought it was
Bee.
AI.
I thought so too. I thought for sure that was AI or like a Babylon Bee headline or something.
Yeah.
No, this is what the president said on Easter Sunday to Iran. Thoughts on this, gentlemen?
Well, I'm waiting for the next deadline in another 10 days or something to wait before anything happens.
The deadline to be extended again?
Yeah, it'll be extended again. I'm sure of it.
I hope he doesn't follow through, because that's not a good look. It's kind of an unhinged look after an unhinged tweet, but...
It was a truth. Please show some respect to Truth Social.
Yeah, I guess, because he's about the only one on there, but...
Please.
No, I think...
he's part owner of it anyway.
I was going to say, the other people on there are people that screenshot his truths to post on Twitter.
So that way the rest of us can see
You
it.
mean X.
Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you, Steve. Got to protect the social media's pronouns. That is true.
I don't understand what the end game is with a tweet like that, because that seems to me like you're going after civilian structures.
Well, so what the posturing of the Trump administration currently is they're calling them mixed use structures, meaning they are structures that civilians could use or military could use. For instance, a bridge. Technically, a civilian sedan could cross a bridge, and also an armored tank could cross a bridge. So it's mixed use. And it's kind of from my understanding, the argument is a glass half full, half empty. Do you view this bridge as a civilian infrastructure where civilians could potentially use it? Or do you view this bridge/power plant as a military installation that the military can use? Technically, both is true.
Yeah.
It's just a glass half full, half empty. How do you want to view it?
Well,
they chose to view it as military.
One of the things is that the power plants, I heard Michael Brown talking about this on the weekend. He's on from 11 to 2 on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm. Right here on Newswatch KZRG.
He was talking about how Iran had set up a bunch of power stations to power AI centers that could Bitcoin mine Bitcoin. That's how they were making their money and getting away from not being
through sanctions.
Through sanctions.
So
he was talking about it. So maybe Trump is talking about going after the power plants, after the AI Bitcoin mining.
Well, and that's kind of the tricky part, is that these power plants, is the implication that the power plants are exclusively running Bitcoin facilities?
Some of them are supposedly set up right beside the Bitcoin mining facilities, supposedly just for that.
Well, and even if they're not, what is difficult is it becomes all entangled in this very complex web. If you have a power plant that 80% of it is powering civilian infrastructure, but then their military is using the other 20% of the power that's being produced, how do you square that peg? How do you square that hole, so to speak? In that, yes, it is true. The military is using it, but so are civilians. Do you target it? Do you not? These are very big, heady questions that the Trump administration apparently has given an answer to, and the answer is yes, you do target
This
them.
would be one way to give it the sanctions to take care of the Bitcoin, just bomb the AI centers that mine for the Bitcoin.
Right. Now, here's, and just a question, and I sincerely do want, leave us an open mic message. Please tell me what I'm missing here. Okay, even if Iran is using these power plants to mine Bitcoin as a form of making money to get past and, supersede sanctions, what are they using that money for that is threatening to us? Legitimate question.
According to Michael Brown, they're using it for missiles and for bomb development.
So we were told last Wednesday when Trump spoke to the nation that we've eviscerated their military in its entirety and gotten rid of all their missiles. So yeah, maybe they're using this money to build more of them. The question then stands, who's firing them?
But they also
because not the military, because apparently that's gone.
From stories we had last week, they're also buying them from North Korea.
Mm-hmm. So, and again, who's firing them? Is it just a bunch of like Mujahideen guerrilla soldiers? Because these are complex interballistic missiles. This isn't something that you and Cousin Cletus can go fire off in the backyard like a firework. You need a lot of information gathering technology in order to actually use this, i.e. a functioning military, which apparently, according to the president, they don't have. So, and again, this is a question. I am missing something in this story. I don't know what it is. If you think you know, leave us an open mic message which is on the KZRG app, or text us at 417-782-1310. In any case, that was the president's message to the nation on Easter Sunday. Not our nation, but Iran's nation.
He is risen.
That would have been a more standardized presidential message.
I probably would have retweeted that one.
But you're not retweeting the open the straight?
No, I'm going to leave that. I'll give it a like, but I'm not going to retweet it.
Not a retweet. KZRG News Time, 750.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
The U.S. under Trump's directive hit one of Iran's largest bridges, which is a critical transportation route in the country. Following the attack, Trump took to Truth Social to say much more to follow.
Number 2.
Speaking of the war in Iran, on Friday, a U.S. fighter jet shot down in Iran, leaving the 2 pilots stranded behind enemy lines. 1 pilot survived in Iran for more than 48 hours while being hunted across mountainous terrain by Iranian forces. But in the end, he was rescued in a daring mountaintop exfil. Wow!
Number 1.
A 16-year-old from Neosho killed and another one injured in a car crash 7 miles east of Neosho. The teen's car veered off the right side of the roadway, overcorrected, fired off the right side of the road, and then struck a tree. Our thoughts and prayers going to the victim's family.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk, KZRG.
What issue do you feel politicians aren't giving enough attention to? We want to know. Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. What issue do you feel politicians are simply not giving enough attention to? Coming up, what's going on? With your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning, delicious, nutritious Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine, comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday, 70 the high this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Slightly warmer tomorrow, 72, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Don't miss a night of tradition, connection, and purpose at the annual Wild Onion Dinner this Saturday, April 11th at the Natives Connected Building, just east of Indigo Sky Casino in Wyandotte. Your support helps fund the Eastern Shawnee Children's Cultural Camp, where youth connect with their heritage through hands-on activities, storytelling.
Hey, Doc, what's going on, man? No, that's an interesting take and a valid one at that. Where I would poke a potential hole in that is that it has been made clear, I think, that the Iranian people, the citizens, are not going to be uprising. I mean, we handed them a revolution on a silver platter, and they didn't do it.
We also sent them, according to an interview with President Trump yesterday with Trey Yanks, we sent them rifles to go up against the military.
And they didn't do it.
Unfortunately, the military, or the weapons, did not get to them because the Kurds that were supposed to give it to them kept them.
Really?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That was in an interview with Trey Yanks yesterday.
So this idea that that we're trying to now do things to help the Iranian people stand up for their rights, I, as a layman individual just sitting back and watching the show, that is a terrible plan. And I cannot imagine the brightest military minds in the Pentagon are trying to push for that anymore, because we have given them 3 chances now on a silver platter to uprise, and they just haven't done it. So I don't really think that's a viable strategy at this point. The other thing is, they're trying to give a chance to the Iranian leaders to show that they are not out to injure the people. Yeah, I that's a fair point. That they're not bombing apartment buildings. You know, it's not like what we're seeing in the Middle East or anything, or in Gaza.
It's not like what Iran's doing to Israel,
or what Iran is doing to Israel. Yeah, there's not people living at the power plants at all. But again,
no, but it does affect the people that use the power.
Well, of course.
Like if you're bombing civilian power plants and now all of a sudden they're without power,
But if they're not fully civilian, if the military is
But if it's
utilizing
80-20, like you said,
and that's where the hard part is. It's a glass half empty, half full. Is it a military infrastructure or is it a civilian infrastructure? What if it's both? What do you do? And that's the problem. And they've decided that they're going to bomb it. So that's the bed they're making, and that we're all going to have to lie in and
Well,
sleep.
they're threatening to bomb it.
Well, yeah. And
So far, he's made a lot of threats that he's not carried out.
it's a good point, Steve. I will give you that. It's a very good point. That's what we call a checkmate.
After 48 hours, now then we're going to be extended for another 5 days or another 10 days.
You're making a lot of very good points here, Steve. Uh-huh.
I didn't make those points. I want that to be on record.
Clean, clear ears. Dealing with tangled, matted fur? All Dogs Dream can help with that too. They can take your pet from shaggy and overgrown to refined, fresh, and styled to the last whisker. Because when your gentle giant is clean, fresh, and properly groomed, the couch smells better, the house feels fresher, and the cuddles get a whole lot closer. That's the All Dogs Dream difference. Call All Dogs Dream to schedule your pet's next grooming appointment today. And be sure to ask about their Friday Big Dog Deals. Our book online at alldogsdream.com. All Dogs Dream, just north of Neosho on Gateway Drive.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
7:55 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bajorquez.
And Steve Scott, along with
Lucas Davis.
It's 43 in Joplin, and currently it's time for you to win a complimentary taco, free chips, and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310. That's 417-782-1310. Ted, what is today's question?
Today's question is in honor of Easter. Yesterday was Easter, a very holy day in the Christian religion. And here's a Christian biblical question for you. According to the Bible, who killed more people at his death than in his life? 417-782-1310. According to the Bible, who killed more people at his death than in his life? Steve, I know you are a pastor's son, very loud and proud about it. I'm willing to bet you undoubtedly know the answer to this question. All things Bible.
Nope.
No. Bible Man talked about it.
I'm being honest. It's not ringing a bell at the moment.
Bible
I
Man
have some ideas, but not for sure.
Bible Man talked about it along with VeggieTales, I believe. Who, according to the Bible, killed more people in his death than in his life? I'll give you a hint. It's not the Easter Bunny. I'll give you another hint. It's not JC himself, world's greatest carpenter. Not him. Not Juicy J, as the
Did you
kids
pronounce it Hopa?
Hopa? I'll give you another hint. His name starts with an S. 417-782.
Give him a hint. New Testament or Old Testament?
I believe Old, right? Old Testament. Look at that. I got that.
That gives me a pretty good idea.
According to the Bible, who killed more people at his death than in his lifetime? I'll give you another hint. Starts with S. It's Old Testament. And the United States' Uncle Sam is named after this guy. Come on. That's as easy as it gets. News Talk KZRG. What is your guess?
Samson.
That's exactly right. Samson. Who do we have here?
Dave.
Hey, Dave. What's your favorite radio station?
KZRG.
I love to hear it, Dave. Dave, this was a tough one. I know it. Did you Google it?
No, I knew it.
What? Hey, check that out. Look at Dave. Big brain on Dave. You just secured yourself a spot on the next episode of VeggieTales as their resident Old Testament expert. Congratulations to you, Dave. Hey, we'll be with you in just a second here, my man. And you have just won a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. Stay on the line here if you don't mind. Yeah, Samson, according to the Bible,
Samson
killed more people in his death than in his lifetime.
That was because
Samsung?
Samson. No, it's Samsung. The phone brand was actually named after this individual, and the reason why is because technology will be the death of all of us. And in honor of the character that killed the most people in his death, they named a phone company after that as a bit of a red flag warning, a bit of an early warning, sort of symbolic of what technology is doing to you and your children in this day and age. I totally nailed that explanation. Wasn't a slip of the tongue. completely on purpose.
He was a very strong man until he got his hair cut.
That's exactly right. Hey, coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes here, and also during the news, we're going to give you a little weather update, what you can expect to see with these sunny skies throughout the day today. And coming up after that at around 8:10, earlier this morning, we were talking about President Donald Trump's address to the nation, the Iranian nation, during Easter, in which he said, open the bleeping strait. That was his Easter message. We're now going to take a look at the Democrats' Easter message.
Four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
Is there an end to the conflict with Iran in sight? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Some countries in that region are trying to mediate a deal.
The AP and other outlets are reporting that Egyptian, Pakistani, and Turkish mediators have presented the United States and Iran with a proposed 45-day ceasefire plan that includes opening the Strait of Hormuz.
That's Fox's Matt Finn in Dubai.
The Strait of Hormuz has become a key issue for any peace deal, as Iran is wreaking havoc on commerce and law-abiding ships trying to pass through that strait. Also last night, President Trump warning Iran of an 8 p.m. deadline tonight for Iran to come to the table, or there could be many U.S. attacks tomorrow. The president writing Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it.
Now, there will be a news conference from President Trump this afternoon expected to detail the rescue mission for the Americans stuck in Iran after U.S. fighter jet was shot down.
The Iranian regime was putting out an award of $60,000 for his capture, telling people to go to the area. But he had activated that emergency beacon, and he was hiding in a mountain ridge, we are told. That's when that special operations force got the call Saturday morning to start sending planes to Iran and start this mission to rescue him. Now, the president says that he was injured, but again, everyone made it out of Iranian territory.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. An Israeli airstrike today killed another senior Iranian military leader. This will be a record-setting day in space, seeing a side of the moon no one's ever seen.
Artemis 2 preparing for a lunar flyby where they're going to soar as close as 6,000 miles above the moon's surface as they attempt to go further than any human has ever gone before. Now, the crew's expected to lose contact with the Earth at some point today for about a half an hour when they're scheduled to be taking new photos and video of the far side of the moon.
That's Todd Pyro. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. We're heading for a high of 70 with lots of sunshine. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:08. It's sunny. It's 41 in Neosho, 39 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Galena, 43 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. And on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. A Vernon County man is accused of stealing merchandise worth over $1,700 at a Nevada jewelry business on March the 11th.
The probable cause statement in the case says Destry Malloy of Nevada was caught on video breaking into an oscillating jewelry case. Deputies had to interview Malloy at the Crawford County, Kansas jail. He's being held there for similar crimes. He admitted to the thefts but said he did it because he needed to provide for his family because he's unemployed. The deputies said it's more likely the result of drugs. He's charged in Vernon County with stealing more than $750 in second-degree property damage. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
A proposal at the Missouri Capitol could tighten eligibility rules for food stamps and state-funded health care. Matt Pilger reports.
A bill sponsored by Republican Senator Rick Bratton of Harrisonville would require proof of U.S. citizenship to receive SNAP benefits and MoHealthNet. The proposal is currently being reviewed by a Missouri Senate committee, and if approved, it would move to the full Senate for debate. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
Missouri lawmakers filing a series of bills that they say are aimed at restructuring the state's electric utility system and giving consumers more choices for their energy. One of the House sponsors is St. Charles County Representative Tricia Burns, who says her constituents are fed up with high bills and having no options.
So in the marketplace, when there's competition, you have to fight for that customer to remain your customer. And right now, that's not happening.
If approved, the bills would require Missouri utilities to sell off their power plants, opening the door for private companies to buy them or build new power sources. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 43, it's 804. News Talk, KZRG.
The 66 Drive-In Theater and the Missouri Route 66 Centennial Commission announced a dedication ceremony for the Jasper County Route 66 Centennial Interactive sign. The event will be held at 10 a.m. on Friday, April 10th at the 66 Drive-In Theater on Old 66 Boulevard, west of Carthage. The Missouri Route 66 Centennial Commission established a grant program to create 11 12-foot 3D interactive signs along Missouri Route 66. More info inside the KZRG app.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe watching the DOJ's interest in the state's lawsuit against the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Federal prosecutors have intervened in the case and are asking a court to stop Missouri's high school activities governing body from excluding board candidates based on race or sex. Governor Kehoe sounded cautiously optimistic about the latest development in an exclusive interview with MissouriNet.
Certainly, we don't want discriminatory practices in a taxpayer-funded agency.
MSHA's rules favor candidates of an underrepresented gender or ethnicity. Marshall Griffin, MissouriNet.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NCAA men's hoops, number 2 UConn beat number 3 Illinois 71-62. And number 1 Michigan beat number 1 Arizona 91-73 over the weekend to set the NCAA men's finals. In MLB action, the Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3 on Sunday to avoid the sweep. St. Louis is back in action this evening on the road against Washington at 5:45 in the first of 3. You can hear that game on our sister station AM 1230 The Talker. The Royals lost to the Brewers 8-5 in the rubber match. KC's back in action tonight at 5:10 at Cleveland to open a 3-game set. In D2 baseball on Saturday, MSSU beat Central Oklahoma 7-2 in the rubber match. In prep baseball over the weekend, Webb City earned a split with a win over Liberty. Joplin also had a split with a win over Park Hill. Carthage also split a pair of games with a win over Rockhurst. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We are soaking up the sunshine through midweek. Sunny and mild. 70 today, 72 tomorrow, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Indigo Sky Casino, your casino for winning excitement, entertainment, and delicious chef-created entrees. Party, play, wine, and dine at Indigo Sky Casino. See IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
KZRG Storm Tracker Radar with a clean sweep this morning. It's 41 in Neosho, 39 in Pittsburgh. It is 43 in Webb City, 43 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:08.
You hear that, Jason? Woo! It's the sound of another person learning about the financing options at Bridgewater Roofing.
They sound pretty excited about our customized payment plans, Josh.
Yeah, we made buying a new roof affordable with payment plans designed to fit your budget.
That's a lot to get excited about. And don't forget quick approval and flexible terms. That's because at Bridgewater Roofing, we've got you covered.
Come visit our showroom or learn more at bridgewaterroofing.net.
Reputation, quality, and value too. Bridgewater Roofing takes care of you.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning Newswatch on News Talk KZRG.
Well, enjoy the sunshine while you can. We're going to have it for at least the next 3.5 days during the daytime. Sunny today, 70 for the high. Tonight, mostly clear, down to 44, and then mostly sunny tomorrow, 72. Partly cloudy on Tuesday night, overnight low down to 50, and then 74 with lots of sunshine on Wednesday. Wednesday night, 55, partly cloudy, mostly sunny, then a chance of afternoon showers with a high of around 74 on Thursday. That all according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
8:10 is the KZRG news time. Earlier this morning, we were talking about President Donald Trump's heartfelt Easter message to the nation of Iran. Now, if you missed it very briefly, he went on to Truth Social where he said, quote, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one. This happening in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the straight, you crazy, or you'll be living in... Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. End quote. He put that on Truth Social. The president did. Now, we talked about that a little bit earlier. I want to switch gears now. The Democrats' Easter message also garnered a lot of criticism. Now, for very different reason as President Trump's, who, as you heard, it's a pretty nutty thing to say on the Lord's Day. The absolute peak Lord's Day, the Lord's Day of the Lord's Day.
Celebrating the rise of Jesus Christ from the dead.
I mean, that's as Lordy as it gets, and that's the message we got. Here's what the Democrats did. They posted, and they made an Easter-themed Twitter post on the official Democrat Party Twitter account. The message was, quote, better times at the White House, end quote. And that was the caption to a photo of Obama with the Easter Bunny, implying, from my understanding, that they are longing for better times. Times before President Trump. And also times before Biden, apparently.
I would say so.
They seem to have forgotten that there was a Democratic president, a president that reportedly represented their party in the White House since Obama. But they went ahead and skipped over him. And they said, let's go to the actual good times.
Maybe they should have gone back to John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, exactly. Not Biden. Pretty much anyone but Biden, apparently.
Wow.
Apparently, when the Democrats think of better times, Joe Biden is nowhere even close to that vision. Not within 1,000 miles, not within a tweet.
Maybe they should have thought of Hunter Biden. He had some pretty good times.
He's currently still having some good times, from my understanding. By the way, we still haven't found out whose cocaine was found at the White House while President Biden.
Oh, I'll bet
he's
we
more
know.
of a Christmas kind of guy. He likes that powder.
Like that white snow a little bit. All right, that's a fair point. He's not going necessarily for the green. He's graduated from that onto the Christmas snow. Honestly, here was my first thing I thought when I saw the Democrats posted that. Every single person on planet Earth who ever said that Biden is sharp as a tack, that he's running laps around us, that he has the mental wherewithal of a preteen Swedish boy roaming the countryside. Anyone that has ever said anything like that should be embarrassed in the year 2026. They should have the emotion embarrassment, and anyone who believed them should be embarrassed. Not guilt, not shame. You can feel those things later. Right now, they should be feeling embarrassed that they got tricked or that they hawked those lies, because now not even the Democrat Party can put in a tweet, a monotonous tweet, that they think the better times was Joe Biden. They don't even think that. They can't even stomach putting a photo of Biden on the internet anymore. They got to go back to Obama. That's embarrassing for that party, honestly.
I don't think that they're going to be embarrassed at all by it.
You don't think so?
No, because
they should be.
They just lied through their teeth.
They didn't believe it. They didn't believe.
Yeah, they knew he wasn't sharp. Well,
then the voters, the Democrat voters, should be embarrassed for being tricked.
Yeah,
because I mean, there is I don't know whose green earth that anyone thought that Biden was in good shape. It wasn't God's green
Nobody down the center and nobody on the right.
Yeah.
Voting wise.
No,
nobody.
not at all. It was exclusively the people that consumed nothing other than a completely unhealthy diet of MS-13.
When they
MSNBC, excuse me.
The whole
Chris Plant calls it MS-13.
The whole revelation of like when they're like, oh, we got to replace Biden, like that whole thing when they did the come out like Biden's mentally unfit, that whole revelation. Yeah, that was the biggest non-surprise to everybody else other than the left. It's like, yeah, we've been saying that for 8 months now.
I can't believe it. What?
This is why you hid him in the basement during the campaign.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why they hit him in the basement during his presidency.
I know. They even put him in the basement in his first run for president back in 2020.
I think it was that's what Lucas was saying during the campaign.
Supposedly because of COVID.
Right. During I believe when Trump retook office, I think it was in the first 3 weeks, Trump had done more with the media than Biden had done in his first 4 months in office.
4 years.
No, 4 months. With the first 3 weeks, Trump had done in 3 weeks more media than Biden did in his first 4 months.
I heard it was his first 4 years.
He's only had 4 years.
I know, but in his entire 4 years, Trump outdid him in the first 2 months. I heard that story saying that he did all more.
I don't know about that. I had read the report 3 weeks to 4 months, but whatever. The point is that Trump does way more media because they were hiding Biden, and anyone who thought he was doing fine should be embarrassed. That's the point. So, in any case, what do you do? You think this is do you think this is a nonsense thing? This whole Democrats tweeting Obama, or is this pretty much what you expected?
Considering Obama had probably one of the most polarizing terms, it is a little surprise. But with the Democrats, they view Obama's term as nothing but sunshines and rainbows. Yeah, like he would. And meanwhile, everyone else is like, well, that was literally the most dividing presidency that we've probably ever had before Donald Trump.
Listen, I will say this about good old Barack. Homie's got Riz.
He does have charisma, and he also does not mind bombing U.S. citizens either. So,
what are you referencing?
When he drone bombed that 16-year-old U.S. citizen with his dad, who was a suspected terrorist.
Interesting. KZRG News Time 8:16. So there you have it. Shifting gears here to something more local. We talked about it earlier this morning, but the Joplin Convention and Visitors Bureau is giving away some money for local businesses, both for-profit and not-for-profit businesses, to help with marketing some local events or attractions. Now, this marketing grant has a very, very good marketable name. It's called the Fiscal Year 2027 Event Marketing Grant.
Great name.
Great name. Very marketable. Very zippy. Put that on a T-shirt. Tweet it. See who agrees. Now, these grants are designed to expand the marketing reach of local events and attractions. Now, there is actually a definition as to what a local event and attraction is. A local event, I'll give you an abridged version, but their official, full-length, detailed definition can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. But basically, a qualifying event is something that happens. It's either a single or multi-day gathering that is organized typically by local organizations, local businesses, or civic groups. And the event is centered around, it has to be centered around celebrating some unique aspect of this area community. Whether it's a historical, celebrating like George Washington Carver National Monument, like celebrating him, that's a historical figure, or celebrating a current milestone or a cultural tradition. Let's say, for instance, like in Carthage, the Maple Leaf Parade.
Right.
That is an event. That is celebrating a local tradition. That happens. That would count. Things of that nature. And it all has to be centered around the express goal of attracting out-of-town visitors into Joplin for at least 3 hours. It can't be a Chihuahua's 6-month birthday party that lasts an hour. It's got to be at least a 3-hour-long thing. If you work for or have a local business, whether it's for-profit or not-for-profit, that you think that you host those, this money could go to you to help market it, to get the word out, to bring people in. Now, there's also attractions, which is different than events. An attraction they define as a physical or cultural feature at a place that individual travelers or visitors experience for their specific leisure-related interests. For instance, the world's largest ball of twine. That's an attraction.
Cats would love that.
Cats love that.
Big Brutus.
Big Brutus.
Yeah,
that's an
another
attraction. If you work for a nonprofit organization, like, for instance, I don't know, the George Washington Carver National Monument, or, for instance, what's the little dolls, the little figurines?
Precious Moments.
Precious Moments, thank you. The little porcelain creatures. Yeah, that's an attraction. People come from miles around to check that out. Stuff like that would be an attraction. So there's also they get very specific and in-depth as to how they define that. But if you are curious, if you work for an organization, a business that has something like that, this money could be for you. They are allocating $110,000 for this grant program. You could be cashing in on some of that to bring attention to your attraction or event. Details at newstalkkzrg.com. KZRG News Time, 8:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The U.S. under Trump's directive hit one of Iran's largest bridges, which is a critical transportation route in the country. Following the attack, Trump took to Truth Social to say much more to follow.
Number 2.
Speaking of the war in Iran, on Friday, a U.S. fighter jet was shot down in Iran, leaving the 2 pilots stranded behind enemy lines. 1 pilot survived in Iran for more than 48 hours while being hunted across mountainous terrain by Iranian forces. But in the end, he was rescued during a daring mountaintop exfil. Wow!
Number 1.
A 16-year-old from Neosho killed and another one injured in a car crash 7 miles east of Neosho. The teen's car veered off the right side of the roadway, overcorrected, fired off the right side of the road, and then struck a tree. Our thoughts and prayers going out to the victim's family.
Hey, really quick here. Earlier, we were talking about how the Democrats seem to pine and long for the days of Obama in office. Eric texted us at 417-782-1310. Eric said they miss Obama because when he was in charge, they got away with whatever they wanted, and they were making more money. I can see it.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What issues do you think are simply not getting enough attention from politicians? We want to know. Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. What issue do you feel is not getting enough attention from politicians? Let us know your thinking. Coming up, what's going on with Kim Commando and technology? News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine, comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday, 70 the high this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Slightly warmer tomorrow, 72, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
I have a membership for clothes and still wear the same stuff every day. I have a gym membership, never use it, but I'm pretty much locked into it for the whole year. But there is one that I actually use and I can cancel whenever I want.
There's no such thing.
It doesn't exist.
Prove it. It's my Hurricane Car Wash membership.
Keep your ride spotless or cancel anytime with an unlimited wash Hurricane Car Wash membership. Get daily washes in the soft touch or touch-free bays 24/7 at all 3 of their locations, 2 in Carthage and 1 in Webb City. Hurricane knows you'll love the convenience of your membership and the look of a clean car year-round, but if you ever need to take a break, you can cancel anytime. You're never locked into your membership, so get the membership you will actually use, that you'll see the results, and you can cancel anytime. Download the Touch4Wash app today or find out more at hurricanecarwash.net. When the only thing strong enough to fight the dirt is a hurricane. Hurricane Car Wash.
At Cotty College, you don't get lost in the shuffle. You're known, challenged,
Empowered. Ranked as one of the top 10 colleges in the Midwest, this private women's college delivers a personalized education built for leadership in the classroom and in life. Choose from 20-plus majors, 13 athletic programs, and a close-knit community that builds lifelong friendships. Every student is guaranteed a paid-for international travel experience. And with generous scholarships, many graduate with less debt. Potty College isn't for everyone, just women ready to change the world.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they've got what you need there. They'll make you feel welcome and help you get the job done.
Is that the smell of victory? At Hinkle's Ace Hardware, we know that every great backyard hero needs the right tools. That's why we've stocked up on the biggest names in the game, from the iconic sear of a Weber to the ceramic versatility of the Big Green Egg. Looking for that wood-fired flavor? Check out our selection of Traeger and our newest line, RecTech pellet grills. And don't forget the secret ingredient. We have a massive wall of unique spices, sauces, and rubs from brands like Bear & Burton and Meat Church that you won't find anywhere else. And here's the best part. We offer free delivery and free assembly on all grills, $3.99 and up. Shop with the experts in store at Hinkle's Ace Hardware or browse the full lineup online at acehardware.com. At Hinkle's, we build it, we bring it, you just grill it.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Most people want a nice, somewhat large smartphone screen, but how big is too big? I'm Kim Commando for NetSuite. AI is here and companies using it are ahead. If your revenue exceeds 7 figures, get their free guide, Demystifying AI, at netsuite.com/Kim. The most popular size smartphone screens are 6.1, 6.6, and 6.7 inches. In 2011, Samsung introduced the foldable screen, 7.3 inches open, 4.6 inches close. Acceptance has always been lukewarm, which raises a question. Why would Samsung make an even bigger smartphone screen? It's not like customers were asking for it. So how big is too big? 2 months ago, Samsung introduced the giant Galaxy Z Trifold smartphone. Closed, it measures 6.25 inches high, 3 inches wide. When opened, it's 9 inches wide, bigger than Apple's iPad mini. So Samsung stopped making them, which answers the question, how big is too big? Get my free newsletter at getkim.com. Every business is asking the same question. How do we make AI work for us? The possibilities are endless, and guessing is way too risky. Sitting on the sidelines is not an option. Your competitors are already making their move. This is exactly the solution I turn to. With NetSuite by Oracle, you can put AI to work today. As the #1 AI cloud ERP, trusted by over 43,000 businesses, it brings your financials, inventory, commerce, HR, and CRM together into one single source of truth, making your AI smarter. It doesn't guess, it knows. It automates routine tasks, delivers insights, cuts costs, and powers fast AI decisions. Now with NetSuite's AI connector, you can take the AI you already trust and connect it straight to your business. This is not another add-on tool. It's built into the system that runs your business. NetSuite helps you stay ahead. If your revenues are at least 7 figures, get their free business guide, Demystifying AI, at netsuite.com/Kim. The guide is free to you at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim.
Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Going to be mostly sunny today. We're expecting a high of 70. It's going to be dark, mostly clear, 44 tonight. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 72 for the high. Dark again tomorrow night with the overnight low down to around 50, partly cloudy. Then on Wednesday, it's going to be mostly sunny. We are expecting a high of 74. That according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
That's exactly right. Well, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, they are going to be at Downstream Casino Resort on April 19th, which is a Sunday. And on Friday, we gave away a pair of tickets. Now, we haven't actually chosen our winner yet. We're going to be choosing that today, and we'll be announcing it live on air tomorrow morning. But what I will say is that we had a lot of people that entered to win those tickets. So much so, we decided we're going to do it again.
All right.
That's right. We have a second pair of tickets to see the Ozark Mountain Daredevils live in concert on Sunday, April 19th at Downstream Casino Resort's Pavilion. That second pair of tickets has your name on it.
And if you want to get to heaven, what do you have to do? You have to raise a little hell.
Oh, is that the...
That's the song.
That's the song. There you have it. Yeah, we're going to be giving away those tickets the same way we did last week, which is through our KZRG Insiders, which is an email blast exclusive only to those who sign up to be on it. You know, you can sign up for free on KZRG's website, news.kzrg.com. And if you do sign up, then every Friday afternoon, you will be getting in your email inbox a newsletter with some of the biggest news stories that you might have missed that week, along with some upcoming events in the local area that you and your family will definitely want to be checking out. And in some cases, like this upcoming week, exclusive contesting, like a pair of tickets to the Ozark Mountain Daredevils at Downstream Casino Resort Pavilion on April 19th. Sign up for that newsletter, then wait up until Friday afternoon. Then, when you get that newsletter, click on the exclusive contesting option, and bada bing, bada boom. You'll be able to go if you win, that is. So, details can be found at news.kzrg.com. Coming up in this next news cycle, what impact does the war in Iran have on the U.S. economy, and what impact will it have on our economy if it continues on? We're getting insight on that coming up in the news on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
U.S. Airmen rescued.
Jamie Dimon warning.
Oklahoma drug swab test.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Topping out at 70 today with lots of sunshine. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 8:38. Sunny, it's 43 in Neosho, 45 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Webb City, 43 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
U.S. service members recruiting an American airman who was shot down by Iranian forces last week. Trey Yingst reports with more.
Reporting that Egyptian, Pakistani, and Turkish mediators have presented the United States and Iran with a proposed 45-day ceasefire plan that includes opening the Strait of Hormuz. Also last night, President Trump warning Iran of an 8 p.m. deadline tonight for Iran to come to the table, or there could be many U.S. attacks tomorrow. The president writing Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the blinking strait, you crazy blink, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump.
A warning from a major CEO about the impact of the Iran conflict on the economy.
JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon says the war in Iran could push up inflation and drag down financial markets even further if interest rates start to rise. In his annual letter to Chase shareholders, the chief executive writing, there is a risk of more oil and commodity price shocks in the months ahead, which could lead to prolonged inflation and ultimately higher interest rates. Dimon adding the outcome of conflicts between the world's great powers, including the wars in Ukraine and Iran, is more important than the financial or economic impacts that they might bring. Frank Lanza, Fox News.
Oklahoma launches a pilot program to easily test drivers for opioids and other substances.
The Oklahoma Department of Public Safety's pilot program allows officers to test drivers for opioids and other drugs using a swab made by Oratech Diagnostics. CEO Nate Keel saying it can test up to 14 drugs on the spot and 96 different substances in a lab, saying the testing can save officers time and save lives.
Because if you're able to detect things and get convictions, you can pull people off the road that shouldn't be on the road.
Keel says following Oklahoma's pilot program that he expects the drug swab testing to be fully deployed in the state by the end of the year. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
Sunshine 43, it's 8:33. News Talk, KZRG. A Vernon County man accused of stealing merchandise worth over $1,700 at a Nevada jewelry business on March the 11th.
The probable cause statement in the case says Destry Malloy of Nevada was caught on video breaking into an oscillating jewelry case. Deputies had to interview Malloy at the Crawford County, Kansas jail. He's being held there for similar crimes. He admitted to the thefts but said he did it because he needed to provide for his family because he's unemployed. The deputies said it's more likely the result of drugs. He's charged in Vernon County with stealing more than $750 in second-degree property damage. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The number of Missourians facing hunger would fit into Busch Stadium more than 20 times over. The 2026 Home Run Against Hunger campaign is one of several events Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance organizes annually to help those in need. For the 11th consecutive year, insurance agents, customer service reps, regional coordinators, and many volunteers are accepting donations from April 1st to the 24th at area county offices. Learn more about it in the KZRG app.
Sunshine, it's 43. It is now 8:34. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG.
Joplin Parks and Community Partners will host the May the Forest Be With You event. Not far from now, in a galaxy not far away, Earth Day and Arbor Day will be celebrated with an all-out-of-this-world event. May the Forest will take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on April 11th at Wildcat Park in Joplin. Enter the Star Wars-themed costume contest, explore nature stations, or take part in a scavenger hunt. And there's much more. Check out all the info inside the KZRG app.
A super debut at the box office.
Despite mixed reviews, the Super Mario Galaxy movie scored the biggest opening of the year for a Hollywood film, with ticket sales of more than $372 million worldwide.
I demand that you release my father.
Over my dead body.
Fine with me.
The movie features returning voice actors like Chris Pratt and Jack Black. Second place on the domestic charts goes to Project Hail Mary, the space movie earning $30 million in its third week. The drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, finishes third with just over $14 million. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NCAA men's hoops, number 2 UConn beat number 3 Illinois 71-62, and number 1 Michigan beat number 1 Arizona 91-73 over the weekend to set the NCAA men's finals. In MLB action, the Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3 on Sunday to avoid the sweep. St. Louis is back in action this evening on the road against Washington at 5:45 in the first of 3. You can hear that game on our sister station AM 1230 The Talker. The Royals lost to the Brewers 8-5 in the rubber match. KC's back in action tonight at 5:10 at Cleveland to open a 3-game set. In D2 baseball on Saturday, MSSU beat Central Oklahoma 7-2 in the rubber match. In prep baseball over the weekend, Webb City earned a split with a win over Liberty. Joplin also had a split with a win over Park Hill. Carthage also split a pair of games with a win over Rockhurst. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at the App Store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain, just sunshine. Comfortable temperatures, low humidity through Wednesday. 70 the high this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Slightly warmer tomorrow, 72, 74 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Sunshine, the KZRG Storm Tracker radar showing no precipitation this morning. It's 43 in Neosho, 45 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Carl Junction, 43 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:38.
He thinks the vacuum is a monster. The mail carrier, suspicious. That plastic bag blowing down the street, absolutely terrifying. But the real danger? It's a lot smaller, like mosquito small. Heartworms are spread by mosquito bites, and they can cause serious damage before you know they're there. Thankfully, heartworm disease is preventable thanks to Positive Care Vet Clinic. A simple monthly preventative can help protect your dog from something that's a whole lot bigger than a bug bite. Heartworm disease can severely impact a pet's health, causing respiratory issues, reduced mobility, and even death if left untreated. Take your pet to Positive Care Vet Clinic for regular preventative medication. It's the best way to protect your pet and helps them to live a happy, healthy life. And this month, receive a free heartworm test with any exam from Positive Care Vet Clinic. Get started today with Positive Care Vet Clinic at positivecare.vet. That's PAWSITIVE care.vet. When it comes to your pet, think positive.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Hi, I'm Nurse Morgan at Oasis Medical in Joplin. If you've been thinking about Botox, filler, or collagen-stimulating treatments, here's the truth. The magic isn't in just one treatment. It's about how they work together. Neurotoxins soften lines and help you look more rested. Hyaluronic acid fillers restores natural volume and enhances your features. And biostimulators gradually rebuild your own collagen for firmer, healthier skin over time. When strategically combined, these results are balanced, refreshed, and beautifully natural. Not frozen, not overdone, just you, elevated. At Oasis, every treatment plan is customized. Whether you want a subtle maintenance or full facial rejuvenation, we designed it around your goals. Because confidence isn't about changing your face. It's about loving who you see in the mirror. Book your consultation online at oasissalonanddayspa.com or call 417-206-9999.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Sunshine. We're expecting a high today of 70, and then tonight mostly clear down to 44 for the overnight low. Mostly sunny, 72 for the high tomorrow. KZRG meteorologist says it's going to be partly cloudy tomorrow night, 50 for the low. Then up to 74 with mostly sunny on Wednesday. Next chance of precipitation coming Thursday afternoon and pretty much going on and off throughout the weekend as well. Keep it here on News Talk KZRG. We will give you the latest weather as we get closer to the weekend.
Absolutely. You know, the biggest story right now that seems to be gripping the nation at its absolute core, a story that seems Truman Show-esque designed to be turned into a Hollywood movie, and that is that U.S. airman that was shot down over Iran deep within enemy lines. And after surviving for more than 24 hours while actively being hunted by the Iranian military, by local Iranian civilians, after traversing their very, very intense mountainous system that they have in Iran.
Even injured.
While injured.
Yeah, he was injured.
Homie was rescued by the U.S. of A.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
That's right. We got him. We rescued him from the bowels, the depths even, of the Iranian regime and their landmass. Here's a report from Trey Yingst overseas. Take a listen to this.
Fox News learned that it was Saturday morning when the CIA was able to confirm this was the location and indeed the airman who was missing after that F-15 was shot down on Friday over the skies of southwest Iran. The CIA was confirmed this was a deception campaign by the Iranians trying to lure in special forces and then attack them. But once they were able to use advanced capabilities and confirm this was the airman, the message was delivered to the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, the Joint Chiefs Chairman, and ultimately the President. That's when I'm told President Trump made the decision to order this operation to rescue the airmen, and within 12 hours, there were U.S. boots on the ground inside of Iran conducting this operation.
Yeah, they saved him. Now, the CIA had a lot going on during this operation. Number one, they had to triangulate and find this guy. Number two, once they did, they had to confirm, as Trey Yinks just noted, that it was in fact him and not a trap. Then, on top of that, they had to be tracking actively and accurately the movements of the Iranian forces to make sure they weren't near our fallen hero, not fallen, well, shot down hero, but still alive. Fallen from the sky, anyway, in its most literal term.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they also ran their own deception campaign. One of the ways they did that is they made it appear as if we were preparing for a maritime rescue of this soldier, which, from the Iranians' perspective, it implied to them, oh my gosh, they're getting vessels ready for a watertime rescue. Everyone get to the coast. Let's find this son of a gun. Meanwhile, while they're all rushing that way, homie was heading to the mountains where we ultimately exfiltrated him, or in military slang, exfil, which is what we had done, saved him from the mountaintop. Pretty wild turn of events, is it not?
Very, very wild. Now, he hid in a crevice of a mountain that he had climbed, which he had climbed several thousand feet to get up in that area, according to news reports over the weekend. But yeah, he had the little homing device on his uniform that it would give him a homing signal as to where to find him. And how the fact they were able to hide that from the Iranians, I don't know, but it's great.
No, it's awesome. I mean, that's the power of the U.S. of A., baby. And again, we were talking about this earlier this morning. I am so proud of the military for this action, regardless of what you think of war and of the moral and religious implications of killing and all that good stuff. We put this individual in danger. We as a country, through our actions, he was shot down over enemy territory. And when we put people in danger, by golly, you know we're there to get him out too. It does not matter how much money, how much resources need to go in. If one of our soldiers is in need of help, we will be there to help. There is no campaign that is more pervasive or would be more successful in my mind to get people to sign up for the armed forces. There's no marketing mind that can do something like this, because I guarantee there is a lot of people that are on the edge of maybe signing up for the armed forces. We're still at a record low, from my understanding, or relatively record low, of people signing up and enlisting for the armed forces. I bet a lot of people that are on the precipice of signing up but aren't really sure, they saw this story and they go, I'm good. Because if I'm in danger, I know they got my back. I know I'll be okay. I know they'll get me home.
That's true.
That is a phenomenal accidental campaign to get people to sign up for the forces.
Well, one of the other things that I thought was rather interesting, I heard this on a report over the weekend. I believe it was from Trey Yinks. They actually, some of the other planes that were in the area were able to pinpoint where the rocket that got them down was fired from, and they actually got the person before he could go back underground.
They got him?
They got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So supposedly, now this is according to Trey Yinks over the weekend, that they had actually nailed the person that fired that missile.
Excellent. Well, hopefully, or it could be, they just said that and they just shot somebody, and who knows.
Well, it could be, but they said they turned all their attention to get that person so they wouldn't do another downing.
Nice. That's excellent. Excellent news. Look at that. Shifting gears, something local here. We were talking about this earlier this morning, but in case you missed it, there's an old, perhaps recognizable scam that is pervasive around the country and is currently actively happening right now in the 4 states area. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office has gotten multiple calls from locals saying that they are getting text messages asking them to click a link and pay a traffic citation. Now, the Vernon County Sheriff's Office, they said on a Facebook post, quote, "These texts are spam. They are not from any law enforcement. No law enforcement agency will contact you via text or payment or for payment of traffic fines, end quote. Yes, if you have an outstanding warrant, if you did not show up for court, if you owe a copious amount of money to the government, you better believe they are not hitting you up with that late night you up text, that, hey, what's your Venmo, you got Cash App text. You are getting a firm knock on your front door if that happens.
Or a certified letter that comes by mail that you have to sign for at the post office.
Also that, snail mail, yeah. Those are the two ways. They're not hitting you up on Kik. They're not DMing you on Instagram. They are showing up to your stinking house where you have your little doormat that says, come back with a warrant. They're going to read that doormat. They're going to go get one, and you better believe they're coming back, and you better hope and pray and cross your fingers it's not a no-knock warrant. Hopefully they knock the second time around, but no guarantee.
That hurt my hand.
So, no. If you get a text that says you owe a fine, or if somebody texts you that says, hey, did you buy an $1,800 MacBook Pro? Click this link or text back yes to make sure that it is you. And if you didn't buy an $1,800 MacBook Pro, call us right now and confirm some information so we can cancel that charge. No, that's a scam. It's not real. And the other thing, too, no law enforcement agency, no government agency is going to ask you to pay a fine in Walmart gift cards, Bitcoin, Shiba Inu coin, Trump coin. It's not happening.
I don't think they do Shiba.
No, they don't do any of them. There's no cryptocurrency that is accepted from any law enforcement agency in the United States in the year of our Lord 2026, unless, of course, you're trying to illegally bribe them for various things, in which case perhaps they might accept some Bitcoin as an untraceable way of getting funds into their account. But shy that, if you get a request to pay a fine in Bitcoin, it's not real. Or in Cash App or in, Walmart gift cards or whatever. So that's happening right now. The Vernon County Sheriff's Department warning you of it. Details at News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 8:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The U.S. under Trump's directive hit one of Iran's largest bridges, which is a critical transportation route for the country. Following that attack, Trump took to Truth Social to say, much more to follow.
Number 2.
Speaking of the war in Iran, Friday, a U.S. fighter jet shot down in Iran, leaving the two pilots stranded behind enemy lines. One pilot survived in Iran for more than 48 hours while being hunted across mountainous terrain by Iranian forces. But in the end, he was rescued in a daring mountaintop exfil. Wow.
Number 1.
A 16-year-old from Neosho killed and another one injured in a car crash about 7 miles east of Neosho. The teen's car veered off the right side of the road, overcorrected, fired off the right side of the road again, and struck a tree. Thoughts and prayers going out to the victim's family.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
One issue do you feel politicians are simply not giving enough attention to? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. Text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message. Totally free to do so on the KZRG app. Coming up in less than 10 minutes, Chris Plant is joining us. That'll be at 9. And Clay Travis and Buck Sexton will be booting him from the chair, then wrestling each other for that chair before ultimately sitting on each other's laps at 11. Just kidding. They have two different chairs, I promise. They're not weird, I promise. They're very normal, actually.
They're not even in the same location.
That's true. Sean Hannity will be here at 2, Mark Levin at 5, and KZRG's newest show, The Vince Show, starring Vince Colonnese. That'll be at 8. Or excuse me. Yeah, that's at 8. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, Joe Pags at 11. Coming up next, what's going on with weekday weather on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a fine dose of springtime we have through midweek. Later in the week, we'll get some rain.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.